Dude.
Do you guys do a podcast?
Yeah.
What?
Jesus Christ.
You don't fucking say.
Are we going live?
Yeah, we went live.
That's awesome. I hope it's on right now.
It's the only way the 138 show could have gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It has to be. It has to go that way, Dad.
You're lucky there's power on in the building right now. Number one.
Show just went live.
This is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riot Squadcast. My name is Ed Rodriguez, and we have the jam-packiest of jam-packed shows for you.
Jam-packies. All right.
Hey, we'll finish that.
You said it.
Packiest.
I don't know. What's the difference?
Well, you know.
It's when
It's
you
the
put them in a
ist.
box.
It's the most tacky.
Nope.
It's the most
There you
tacky.
go.
There you are, sir.
So,
packiest
let me just go down real quick. We're going to run down the craziness that is here today. The amount of people that we have in this room we haven't seen since the days of the Super Pod.
Yeah.
But, of course, as always, is your co-host, your favorite co-host, Chris Zero Cool Tucker. How you doing, buddy?
Well, sir. I'm all done with my school for the semester, so I get to breathe.
Breathe?
Yeah, I get to breathe. But I'm doing all right.
To his immediate left, you know him, you love him, you already heard from him already in this podcast. It's your capo supremo,
Hello.
Andrew Alasana.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, look at that, the smoothest. Like, hey,
Yeah.
94 points, but 94.7. The way.
Smooth jazz.
Just channeling my inner Adonde.
I miss that guy. Oh, I don't think he was dead.
Where? Look, if you're not
He just-
immediately in my life,
He
you
just
might
left
know.
Denny's. He didn't die. I think that's more living than
Well,
dying.
to be fair, we don't know.
He took a step up.
Well, I'm pretty sure not the last time. Well, maybe it was the last time I went there. They're like, oh, he doesn't work here anymore. So yeah,
All right.
Oh, you're assuming it was a positive move.
I can't imagine too much lower
Why-
than working at Denny's.
Why
I'm
would you
sorry
ever
to
do
any
it?
Denny's waitresses or waiters.
He was
out
very
there.
good at his job. He
He was very good at
he
his
was a
job.
dude who
Yeah.
didn't have to write that shit down.
Yeah.
I remember the first time that happened. I'm like, you're not gonna. He's like, nah, I got you, fam. I'm like, all right, dude.
Hey, can I get some more cream? I got you, man.
I got
Yeah.
you.
And they bring you like a
fam.
bowl of cream.
But it's always like, hey, fam, I got you with his hand on his heart. Like, I got you.
Oh yeah, all good, all good.
The
All right,
intro's
guys.
done, and there are 3 more people.
To my immediate right, first time guest. Many of you know him. He is the vice
Often
president.
requested.
The vice president of LA Riot Squad.
And when did you find that out?
5 seconds before recording the show.
Well done.
Victor, how are you doing? So I don't know if I want to give your full name. I don't know if you want to stay in anonymity and because you got jobs and shit.
Just Mon.
El Mon, Uncle Vic,
Yeah, Big Mon.
Big Mon, El Monster,
Man, how do I follow
the king of 562, the king of Long Beach.
Yes.
What is up, everyone, man? Thanks for the invite.
He
Happy
got-
to be here finally.
He got Strong Beach tatted on his forehead,
Yeah, right?
like bum fights.
A star is born, that's for sure.
Heck yeah.
Welcome, Mon. It's
Welcome,
nice to finally
dude.
have you, man.
Thanks, guys, man. Really appreciate it.
You
Came
have
out
been
here.
requested a lot.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, man, thanks for-
Ronnie Walker, the guy who drops off little baskets of joy every now and again, has personally requested you often.
Right. Well, thank you, Ronnie. Hey, big shout out then. Yeah, man. No, I'm glad if I could finally make it out here. We're here. I'm, kind of honored. It's podcast 138. So
Our good friend Don Fredo says SMP for life in the YouTube channels.
SMP, SMP. Yeah.
Oh, we actually have a full
Yeah, full
room of
SMP,
SMP
yeah.
right here.
So if you've ever wondered how obese SMP was,
The four of
This
us
is the
actually
core.
played on the team at the same time.
oh yeah, that was a total tonnage of
Tonnage of soccer.
It's a fun Sunday
soccer
league.
right there.
It was a fun Sunday league.
Oh, that's for sure.
I can tell you how much it was because the AC's on like full blast. And
It's hot as hell in
hell
there.
in this room.
Sweating balls.
It's hot. And then to the immediate right of our good friend El Mon is the one, the only, the infamous Shut up, Gilbert. How you doing, sir?
Hey, man.
Oh, nope.
No, what?
There.
No. Now?
There you go.
Crazy. All right, then. Yeah, I actually even have my own SMP jersey. I've just never played for you guys.
Well, that's, I mean, for better or for worse. I think probably for better.
How about you, Gilbert?
How are you doing?
How am I doing? I'm doing
I
fantastic.
appreciate the wardrobe update, but how's Gilbert?
I'm doing good. I'm
Yeah,
doing good.
man.
And then, as always, producer Ben. Anyways, how's it going, guys?
How are you doing, Benny?
How's it going, Ben?
Thanks, Tuck. Solid, man. Solid.
You doing all right?
Save the best for last.
Yes.
Clearly.
Yeah, no, I'm doing all right. You know, it was a little hectic getting everything set up today, but, you know, it all worked out.
It's working out. And thank
you
you
always
guys.
come through, sir.
If you are listening to us live, we are on Facebook Live. We're on Twitter Live. We're on YouTube.com/Riot Squadcast. Make sure you guys are liking. You're sharing the link.
Share that.
Share it, man. Share the love. Sharing is caring, baby. But yes, we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Just search Riot Squadcast and you'll find us. Like our stuff, share our stuff. We really appreciate that. Ben, you want to just get into the Lars news?
Lars News. This is Lars News. It's not real news. This is just Lars News about stuff and things we want to talk about. Lars News. This is Lars News.
And since we have the vice president, we're gonna shuffle it off to him and get the Lars news for you guys today.
Yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown how we're operating on Friday. So, to answer some of your questions, here we go. So Lars is opening up the tailgate at 3 p.m. on Friday. So get there early. You want to beat that Friday traffic. The grills will be off though this week, so there will be no food. We're gonna do the Lars Liquid Diet, if you know what I mean. So bring your adult beverages in.
Maybe bring some food, so you know.
We might need you.
Yeah. So if you're gonna be hungry, bring take care of yourself.
Hit that taco before.
Yeah. Real importantly though, we'll be shutting down the tailgate early at 5:30 to make sure everyone gets inside before the early 7 p.m. kickoff. We're asking everyone to enter the stadium through the Cantina Gate, which is located on the ACB by the ACB tailgate. Because we're asking you to get inside extra early, we got a beer special at the beer stands in Connecticut Plaza, formerly Pitch and Pail. Beers will be $7
what the hell is
for
Connecticut
16
Plaza?
ounce. Yeah.
We're fucking repping Connecticut.
It's the Pitch and Pail by the over by the tennis courts behind
yeah,
138.
So right behind
So
138.
behind our section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a little special worked out. It's going to be $7 for 16-ounce beers, 16-ounce cans for the entire game. So get over there. And then at halftime, please use the restrooms behind 138 just to avoid any confrontations or anything
Complications.
like that. Yeah, complications. Security's definitely going to be watching us.
Use the buddy system.
Use the buddy system. Don't go alone. So use the restrooms behind 138 or by the tennis courts way in the back.
Those are the best to use well, I don't want to blow up the spot. Those are the best to use anyway.
You gave me up for your second spot, dude.
Nobody's in there.
That's where I go.
Definitely. And then, grab yourself another $7 beer while you're at it. After the game, we're asking everyone to stay in this section, and after our post-match traditions, we'll walk together down the West Concourse into ACB's tailgate area to get to ours. This will be the only way to get into the tailgate post-game. All other gates will be locked. We'll get to hang out in the tailgate area post-game until they clear the trash from the parking lots.
It's when all the LAFC fans go home.
Exactly. That's the trash part.
Well,
So, yeah, that's it pretty much. But the main thing is just get there early because it's going to be a hectic day.
Got the day off, baby.
Yeah, take a half day.
I'm
Take the
taking
day off.
Yeah, I'm taking a half day for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be off that day. I requested it like 2 months ago. I was like, hell yeah, I ain't missing this.
Requested it when you started the job.
Yeah. I was like, look, bitches, I need this day off.
They're like, oh, okay, do you have any questions? Yeah, I need this day off. I need.
can I get off on Friday?
July 19th?
No, when I got my because I only got a 6-game plan, so I was like, once I got it, I was like, all right, immediately I put the day off.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody taking that day from me.
No.
Nobody.
That's all you.
But yes, so thank you guys for bringing that to us. We do also have still the 138SC packages up on the website. If you go to LARiotSquad.org, you'll see the Uncle Sam logo image. Just click that. Go right to purchase your 138SC membership.
Andrew, any idea how we're doing on that?
Great.
I mean, is our boy getting punched in the balls? That's the question.
It's not looking likely.
Hey, Almon,
But-
you know the number?
If we get a surge, we get a surge in, we'll make it happen. All right, awkward silence.
Right on.
But we get a surge coming in,
You were talking,
at
dude.
the end of the season. We're the last
That's
little
not
push
happening.
to the end of the season. We'll make it happen.
You're saying it's
We'll,
definitively not happening.
We'll punch Ed in the dick
I don't think it's
for the
happening.
Christmas party.
Hey, yeah, if it gets more people to Christmas party, I'm down. But yeah, 1:30 SC. You can go on LARiotSquad.org. Make sure you're there early on Friday. Like they said, they'll be shuttling people in around 5:30, so get there early. Enjoy some beers before the game. Enjoy the $7 beers in the stadium. So get there early.
Hey, one quick thing about the 138 SC. Andrew, can they still sign up for 138 at the stadium with the phone using like the Venmo? Do you guys still have that at the merch?
No, we can direct them to the website and show them how to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't have any way to.
You don't
take
have
it.
the
It's all done through
QC code
PayPal.
that you had last year or anything?
It's all done through PayPal.
Okay.
It's a website, bitches. You got phones? Like,
It's a website.
it's a website, bitches. That's gonna be the tagline
Yeah,
of.
I just remember last year they had the QC code. You scan it on your phone. Easy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about just hitting it. Usually, I think that was really used for like merch.
Yeah.
But you wanna do it on the website LARiotSquad.org, so that you can enter in all your pertinent information.
And then also sign up for the newsletter that you guys been sending out that pretty frequently too. So just give email.
Yeah, that's the
Not-
way
no
to get all
spam's
the
gonna happen.
information. It's the best way to get all the information. I mean, you could also listen here, but you guys don't always disseminate the information the way that it's been given. But
We don't get information. What are you talking about?
the email is the best way. That's how we do. We have a group email, so get on that. You don't have to be part of 138 SC to get the group email.
There you go. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the game last Friday against the forgotten rival. Apparently,
Apparently nobody fucking. It's not important anymore.
That's still the rivalry. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's still the rivalry.
ask the players. I don't know if they thought it was a rivalry at all.
They seemed a little more laissez-faire about it all.
Probably.
I stand with the front office on this issue. They were all last year. They were all like, "Well, LAFC's not a rivalry." So where I'm at, I'm gonna stand it. San Jose is still the rival. LAFC is kind of like the backup bitch. You guys are whack. You guys are whack. You guys are
I don't know.
no
I'm not
respect
sure
for
about that.
history.
I'm
No
not sure
respect
about
for
that.
history.
I think as far as like team wise
Yeah.
goes, like San Jose will always be the number one rival just because of the deep, colorful history we had with them. But I just think kind of like their supporters kind of fell off, whereas we used to get into it a lot more with them. And these the new kids or old kids, because there's both.
A little, yeah.
Old Chivas and new Chivas, which are still Chivas.
I watched a Copa 90 about them the other day, and it was a guy. I think he's leading one of their supporters groups. I'm not really sure, but they're unabashed. He's like, yeah, Chivas USA fan. Like we're still a same carryover. So I guess there is still some of that. Back when Chivas was trying to come through, they're it's still San Jose. It's still DC United. Yes, I get Chivas is in the backyard, and I get their marketing for Los Angeles, and I get all that stuff. But it's like San Jose is decades, like literally, and one of the few rivalries in the league where you have that's as long-standing and has the matches for a league that tries to manufacture so much history and try to pretend these connections to these long story teams.
Everyone's got to have like some sort of like Copa something or cup.
Yeah, here's something
Firestone
that's
Cup,
legitimate
Brimstone Cup.
for the last 25 damn near 25 years.
Yeah.
You've had this rivalry between the two, and it at least from the fan base that I saw this weekend. I mean, it's still extremely important to me. Extremely important to me.
Oh, it's very important to the fans. I don't think it was very important to any of the players that were on the field.
It didn't feel
on
that
Friday.
way. Yeah, it didn't. It definitely didn't come across that way.
There
Granted,
was no yellow like grabbing the crest, pointing at it, and saying,
Well, you can probably make that statement from front to back about the current crop of guys. There isn't that, whether good or bad on his game or off his game. There isn't that level of heart really from anyone that we've seen. Alessandrini had it, but he's obviously kind of out, and it's hard to know how involved he is. And certainly being injured, you wouldn't imagine he's as involved in the game to game aspect or the day, minute to minute leading up to a match in the pump up. But there isn't that yellow. Maybe Polenta's kind of that yellow, but he was out hurt, so it's
no, he was out on yellow.
Or he was out. Yeah, he was out on suspension. So
there's no Alan Gordon giving a team talk
There's no
on
Alan
the day
Gordon,
before the match.
there is a lack of
awareness
and
of
connection
the rivalry. Yeah,
I think that's well stated.
I mean, just imagine losing, anywhere around the world where you lose to your rival twice in a year. to a scoreline of 6-1. Like it'd be up in arms.
To your rival who has spent a significantly lower amount of money on their team than you have. Like for an organization that has done so much rebuilding, has spent so much money this year, I think we're the second most expensive team we've ever had. Save for I think 2015, I think we may have eclipsed $20 million that year, and we're at like 18 or 19 now. For the amount of money we're spending, to your little brotherish team, if it were, to lose not just twice in a year, 6-1. I mean, to get fucking demolished twice in a year to your rival. If for a league and an organization that continues to say, hey, we want to be like one of the top leagues in the world. Well, in the top leagues in the world, this would be considered unacceptable. This would be considered, a bridge too far. Someone might not lose their job. A first-year coach probably not going to lose their job over it. But obviously, if it continued, it would become an issue. And if you end up, worse comes to worse, getting swept in your rivalry games this year, I mean, that's not a great image. That's really not a great image.
You're letting the Hercules Gomez of the world be right.
Did you see that Hercules Gomez? Did you see this?
The last thing I seen with him was that when he was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, he gave an interview on ESPN today, and he said Los Angeles is.
No, I didn't see that.
Los Angeles is an LAFC town.
What?
And it was like the Galaxy. They've surpassed 12 points.
They've forgotten the Galaxy.
They've forgotten the Galaxy.
What?
Yeah. Hercules Gomez, man, my man.
That's my man.
That's my man.
That's my
Well,
man.
he's
for
been
me, it was Gato Hartman, and then
Well, he's been
Big
very
hurt.
anti-MLS and anti-Galaxy for a while now.
Yeah, he's been on
he's
the.
jaded. Probably.
He was on the LAFC tip as soon as they got in too.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing we were
That's what
talking
happens
about.
when he went back to Mexico.
I didn't say that. But that's the same thing we were talking about this in the Discord today. Like the Lakers. No disrespect, Andrew. Again, one of the only diehard Clipper fans
What
I know.
it do, baby?
Congratulations again.
Andrew and Joaquin, that's the
that's
two.
it. But it's a Laker. When it comes to basketball,
he's still dancing.
He's still dancing. Andrew's dancing, by the way. When it comes to basketball, it's a Lakers town. So Lakers fans and Lakers players don't need to come out and say, "Hey, this is a Lakers town." You already know it. Angels fans may say, "Oh, well, we're taking over LA." Dodgers fans don't say that. You don't have to.
Angels fans don't even care.
They don't care,
even
yeah.
want to be LA.
They
You
wanna
know
be
what I mean?
Angels
They
fans.
want to be Orange County. It's stupid. But yeah, it's like
Kings fans
you
don't
have to
say,
it. Yeah.
we're the hockey team of Los Angeles. If you are, it's so understood. People have to say it against you. People have to bring that up. People you need to have it. It gets clicks and it gets engagements and it gets social media.
I argue this with my boys all the time. They're like, you gotta like. I mean, I guess you got to respect what the marketing job that they did. But like I tell them, locally, it may feel that way. But I think once you leave the LA market, no one really knows who LAFC is. I mean, you could even see it on their social media. I mean, they're barely breaking 300,000, while the Galaxy has, if you look at Facebook, it's like 2 million likes.
I think Galaxy just surpassed like a billion likes or something like that.
Something and then on Instagram, they're like 1 million likes or something like that.
They just hit their 1 millionth follower.
Oh, on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. But if you look at LAFC's, and right now, in the world we live in today, it's all social media.
Yeah.
And if you're that big and that hype, you're going to make 1 million no problem if everyone loves you. But, it's still, I think, globally.
Globally, it's not close.
Globally, yeah, it's not even close. Nobody in MLS is
no
close.
one in MLS
And
is
so
close.
that's what you brought up. I have that argument with my guys all the time.
But even scratch the surface, even if they beat us in social media, reach or whatever, just scratch the surface and talk to one of their fans for more than a minute. They can't tell you shit about the team at all. I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 people that I talk to with that hat on or with some sort of merch on, it's a hat I got for free.
Yeah,
I like the design.
Well, that was one
they
of
don't
the
know shit.
that was one
outside
of the
of Vela, that's it.
It was one of the biggest marketing ploys, was just hand out hats
The hat
to
was
everybody.
crazy.
But if you see a guy wearing a Galaxy shirt or a Galaxy jersey or a Galaxy hat, you could talk to that dude for 30 minutes about MLS and about the Galaxy, and they'd be able to talk to you about the team and give you information. It's a very surface level thing. It's
But I think to that point, that's why, to a significant chunk of the fan base, the rivalry still isn't. It's there, and you don't obviously don't want to lose to them. But for me, losing to San Jose hurts. That's a pain. Usually I'm not really trying to go through in the year, and something like this, that's been this big and this drastic. I don't want to hit a reset button, but something ain't working.
I tweeted on Friday night after the game. I was like, LA Galaxy just ruined everyone's weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's how, if you're really that passionate about the team, and win lose, like you feel everything with this team.
Mm-hmm.
So when they win, you feel elation. You're so happy especially when they lose to San Jose. It ruins days.
Yeah. When you tweeted that, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's exactly how I felt at that time. I was pissed.
I was pissed, so mad,
Yeah.
so mad.
I know my wife's like, why are you so pissed?
The season's a failure in my eyes already. We lost to San Jose twice. Like,
and it doesn't seem like
unless we win an MLS Cup, it's a failure.
Previously going in, you're like, we finished third or fourth.
Yeah,
that's great because you have no expectation of losing to.
And
and they're surging and all that.
And we're finishing third and fourth. We're not losing to San Jose twice, right?
No.
Yeah, it's fucking embarrassing. It's a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah, like right now, just like the magnitude of playing LAFC is it's this locally for us. So like especially all the newer people in Lars and just younger people that didn't know that San Jose. I think it still means a lot. But man, San Jose is like old school days, and so that rivalry I think wouldn't compare, but. This is so close to home, you know what I mean? That I mean, I don't want to lose. I mean, especially after losing twice to the Smurfs.
So we do have a call from somebody who called Friday night after the game. Ben, you want to play that call?
Hey, this is Fredo.
Fredo, who's in our
with Tracer and Mon.
YouTube. Hey, with Mon. Fucking Inception.
What up, man? Monster coming in. Sorry, Tucker, man. I saw you, man, but wish we would have chilled. Anyways, I'm a little fucked up.
Oh, that is
out though right now. Go Galaxy. Tequila bar. Tracer, I just want to say that we suck.
Yeah.
We really suck. We got a lot of work to do. Fucking San Jose bitch us up, and LAFC is gonna bitch us up. Boom. I'm negative. Whatever. Fool, we're gonna get our ass beat next week. So we better be prepared for that shit. I love you. I was worried about the lineup at first. I was not happy. I mean, I was concerned, and then we got a goal early, so I was happy. But shit, man, they ran us, and they dribbled around us, and they pressured us, and they were faster. They looked younger than us, and that was not cool. So we got shit to do. Mon? Man, we look like shit, honestly. I was in between motherfucking scotches, but still. We look like shit. We were at 1-0 before we came in this bitch, and then now we're down like we lost. It's 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in, we were 1-0. Man, I was having high hopes, but now. But one love to Samo, Barcelona, Arizona. What's up? That's cool about Samo.
It is cool about Samo. Is that it?
It's like with fucking three-way calling, man. It's back in like 2000s, dude. Thank you, El Mon, apparently, for calling, and Fredo
and
Tracer.
I was waiting for the announcer to say, on the party line. If you want to go to room 1, press 1.
These kids don't know that.
Gilbert's
looking at us like all confused. He's like
all three of us are too young for that.
You didn't use a party line.
Did you use a party line?
Hell no, I remember that shit.
Exactly. Did you ever use a party line?
What are you talking about?
But y'all remember it.
I don't remember it.
All right.
Yeah, you're young forever, Mon. Don't worry about it.
But I mean, it's terrible. I mean, San Jose is on a surge. Like they're actually playing better than they have been since like last season. And it was funny. It's like a completely like the same team they had last year, where they like finished last place. But it's MLS though. Let
me drop a lightning round question.
Go for it.
At this point
Hold
right
on,
now,
play the lightning round.
Oh, you don't have to do the thing.
Nah, do it all the time.
It's a me question.
Every
so
time.
it's not a lightning round question.
Yeah.
All right.
My producer.
It's that kind of show. I said a pew pew pew. Let me say a pew pew.
Pew pew.
At this point in the season,
You guys are losers.
would you? At this point in the season, would you have rather had Almeida or GBS? Right now, would you rather have Almeida or GBS?
I hate Almeida. Like the way he looks, I want to punch him.
Yes,
he just looks punchable.
Okay, so no.
But
based on the field or tactics, I think it's pretty amazing what he's doing in San Jose because that's still a crop of garbage players.
Yeah, they're not great.
Okay, Mon?
But it's a hard question.
Nah, I'm glad he's over there.
I can't pick anyone who's the Chivas coach, man.
I mean, he's a Chivas coach, man. But
and a San Jose coach.
I mean, I mean,
but he could have not been.
Oh,
is what
yeah.
I'm saying. It's like, if you could switch places now, GBS would never go to San Jose. But if you could switch places now, would you take Almeida over GBS?
No, I don't think his man marking system is going to work in MLS like a full season. I don't see San Jose like
I
keeping
think they're
that.
going to tire out.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think they're going to tire out really bad near the end of the year.
It's going to be a Preki.
Yeah, or it's like a
That's a good like
yeah,
comparison.
just someone who comes in, trains really, really hard. They pressed us for 90 minutes, like constantly. So I just don't know how they're going to maintain something like that into the playoffs. I'm not at this point, not necessarily sure we're going to make it, but we'll make it. I'm not, but it's also part of this bigger system, and it's what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. GBS isn't just a coach; he's part of building the next era that we're going to move into. Post the now aging European era. Zlatan probably going to be the last one of those of that high degree, that 7.2 level degree, unless something amazing comes down the pike. So moving into the new era, I want to trust GBS, but I guess between the two, that's more of a coin flip. For all you know, Almeida could have came in and progressed through the youth academy and progressed through grabbing people from South America and trying to develop them to sell on. I know that the goal for Pavon is long term, 4 years from now, is to sell on. That was someone who did a lot of great work under GBS at Boca, so I'm hoping that kind of continues. We end up selling that dude for a nice little profit, and kind of keep that healthy relationship going. So for that, I'll take GBS.
This is going to come off mad racist, but I'll take RGs. I'll take RGs over Mexicans all day.
I have no comment on
Oh, I
that.
don't know, man.
Oof, really?
Oh no, I agree.
I
with
mean,
you.
just like on the field. I'm not talking about like the pander part, but on the field. you wouldn't rather have like random RGs like
I'd rather
Fabio
have random
than
Well,
like,
look at the ones we have right now.
you get rid of Jonah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like if you
you'd rather
bring
have
in
RG
GBS, you're gonna
Jonah
get you have access to
Depending on the
Argentina.
Argentina.
You have access to Argentina. You bring in Almeida, you have more access to Mexico, which we already have with DTK. That's kind of what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. Without
we cast
all
a-
the, without all the racism.
We cast a wider net.
But the GBSs got Argentina open, and DTK's got Mexico open.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Same with Almeida, you would double down on Mexico. With GBS, you get to cast a wide net.
Yeah. No. I'm definitely more happy with GBS instead of Almeida.
Well, over the last couple of weeks during the Gold Cup, I was thinking, what would he ended up better with Berhalter than GBS
For USA or
for the Galaxy? Because Galaxy was going after Berhalter.
Berhalter, yeah.
Wasn't going after Almeida, so the realistic ones that we would have ended up with would be Berhalter over Almeida.
I would still take GBS for the overall project.
Yeah.
I think Berhalter would probably be good with working with your Perry Kitchens, your Romneys, your Steris, but that's a cap. That's around the cap you're going to be looking at. And then you're bringing in players where you start to question, is that someone he can coach to? We've seen what he did in Columbus. We saw the questionable job he did at Hammarby with some European players. And you see what's happening with the national team where he's got a couple really good pieces, but it still drops back and relies on Josie's and Michael Bradley's. There still isn't that creativity and that inventiveness to say, well, I'm going to take literally anyone but the old guard and start moving forward instead of slow pacing, Weston McKennie, who is drastically better, than a lot of people were willing to play in midfield. Sticking to, the Josh Sargent issue of he's not on the Gold Cup and he's not on the U23 team. So it's, so you just wasted an opportunity to get him international experience. I'm concerned about that level with Berhalter.
So if you guys want to give us a call, the lines are open. You can call us at 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. Let us know how you felt about the game against San Jose, your feelings on GBS. Let us know. Give us a call.
I will say this about San Jose. Bryant from Nag News, got me absolutely ripped. Love it. Wow. I won't tell that story. But thank you very much, Brian. I was able to maintain a solid buzz inside the stadium longer than I originally planned, in part because of him. So he's took care of you.
You were the Chewy of this week.
Oh yeah. Oh my man. It was definitely lined up that way.
And I'm sure Jamie was very thankful for that.
Mario said, he was like, Tucker's gonna throw up in your car, and literally I'm in her car on the way back home, and I'm asleep now. And I'm laying back in the chair, and I wake up and I go, I'm gonna throw up in your car, and she pulls over and I get out and expel as needed. But
I remember my first beer.
Did not throw. I don't think I had many beers. I had a few shots of whiskey, but
Few?
I had a few shots of whiskey and like half a bottle of Seagrams. Which was a fun old time. This semester's been
because
difficult.
I think I saw a tweet from your lady that asking you why your shoes were outside.
This guy threw up on him.
You threw up.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you don't bring him in. We're not animals, Ed. Come on.
I may be drunk, but I'm not an animal. I'm gonna get that tattooed.
Yeah, that's the way to go. So thank you very much, Brian. Of what I remembered, I definitely remembered that, so I appreciate it.
That's good. That's good. Let's talk about. Do you want to talk about the LAFC game then?
Let's not.
Let's not talk about
Let's not.
We're gonna win.
Do we think? What are the changes that GBS can make
None.
from this week?
Same lineup.
From last
We
week
add
to this week.
Polenta.
Same
That's
lineup.
it.
Same tactics.
We had Polenta, and has anyone heard anything about Antuna?
No.
They showed pictures of him training. I saw that,
Mhm.
and then like on Twitter, and then somebody was like, "Is Antuna playing?" And nobody said anything.
And here's the thing about MLS; they don't really
Yeah.
give out injury updates.
If they
Someone
don't have
mentioned
to.
to me that they didn't see Zlatan out there. Is that you guys
In the training, I didn't see. I haven't seen him in any
like
of the
he
training
hasn't
stuff
been out
either.
there. So I don't know.
He's definitely allowed to
If we're
play.
going to talk about Zlatan and the previous game, then I got to give Gilbert shit for telling everyone in the fucking section that Zlatan's not playing, getting us all super down on our.
To
Nope.
be
fuck
fair to
his
him,
credit. Fuck him.
he does.
wrong.
If you look on the MLS side, he has 5 yellow cards.
There's 5 yellow cards.
That
Yeah.
is, I was correct.
You got to speak into your microphone, Gilbert.
Okay. Am I good now?
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
It has to be on, and you have to speak into
I
it.
knew how many yellow cards Zlatan had up until that minute, and as I saw him, like I knew he was going to get a yellow in like the last 15 because it's Zlatan.
Yeah, that's what he does.
So I assumed he wasn't going to play next game. According to
You're
the
still
rules.
not wrong, because at no point did
Anybody.
MLS say we rescinded the yellow card from the. It is from the NYCFC game.
Because we ejected him or gave him a.
They retroactively went
yeah.
in and
Gave him a red
suspended
card.
him, which is, they overruled the ref, which is that's why I think we didn't hear anything. They went back and they overruled the ref. The ref should have given him a red card, so they removed the yellow card. There is no, basically what was his 3rd yellow. There is no 3rd yellow. So this one he just got is actually his 4th. He's 1 away from being suspended.
That was a weak ass yellow card too. I mean, it's a professional foul, but it's like so far
this
back
one,
on the
yeah.
pitch. That's not a yellow card. Like, come on, like
Well,
they weren't doing a. It was like he wasn't stopping a counterattack. He was just getting around a dude trying to take the ball from him. It's a foul,
Yeah.
but come on, it's not a yellow card.
If you want to be concerned about Zlatan in the San Jose game, he makes $7.2 million. He is the only forward on the team, and he had 0 shots on goal in a home game. In a home game, he had 0 shots on goal. He played 90 minutes.
That and your other quote unquote creative player in Fabio Alvarez.
0 shots.
0
on goal.
shots.
Yeah. If you want to be concerned about somebody, the two guys who make a collective $7.7 million that are paid to be our attacking threat, and the kid who came in to be our attacking threat to help out, playing center midfield for some reason, 0 shots on goal between the two of them. Like that, there's your, just to not get too worked up about the yellow card. 0 shots on goal. I had as many shots on goal against San Jose as Zlatan.
Do you know who
And
had
I was
the most
really
shots
drunk.
against San Jose?
Romney.
Giancarlo? Felcher.
I was about to say you both were very close.
Yeah, it's Felcher.
Felcher
It's gotta
with
be
3
Felcher.
shots.
Because he almost had a second goal.
He had the goal.
Oh, yeah,
he had
that's
the
right.
header
Yeah,
that
when
went
he
off the
passed
post.
to Zlatan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was no good.
Felcher, Jesus Christ, right back. You know what's weird? If Araujo played and you said Araujo had the most shots, that would make perfect sense to me. I'd be like, yeah, he should be up around there. That's fine.
All right, we got a call coming in. Ben, you want to let them
From
through?
562. Strong Beach. LBC.
Hello, who is this? Hello,
Hello?
who's calling?
This is Brownie.
Yo,
yeah.
Brownie.
What up, Brownie?
What up, dude?
Hey, Brownie, turn your speakers or your radio down or whatever.
Yeah. What
Thanks,
up?
sir. How are you doing, sir? Long time no see.
I mean, when you say how am I doing, are you talking about as far as the team and my life?
No. This
Not
was
yet,
like personal between, if you and I were staring at each other in the eyes, and I was like, Brownie, how you doing? Like I want that real, I want that
I would
lifetime
say
heart.
I'm cool, and then I'd start crying about the team. That's all.
I get the feeling Tucker talks to pastries that way as well.
That's exactly
So what's going on, Brownie?
I'm just gonna be that weird big guy just crying next to you, holding you, and people are gonna be like, "What's going on?"
You're like, that's my boy Brownie, man. That's how I look at brownies. What do you want?
That's how we do. So what's good, man? What's going on? What you want to talk about?
What's on your heart?
Are
you serious?
I don't know. You told me to call.
Turn your
so
mic
I'm
off, you
calling.
fuck.
I mean, what else is there to do? I mean, it's not like I'm here to praise anything that's going on the field. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I hear you coming out this Friday though, man, for the game, right?
I have my own business, as we all know. Shout out to my printing business. Anyways,
Hey, give him a name, dude.
Pimp that shit, yeah.
Pimp it.
Literally Thursday, I was like, "Oh yeah, tomorrow's gonna be the game," and then someone hits me up and is like, "Hey, I need my shirts by like tomorrow," and I'm like, "We were gonna get to them like Saturday," and they're like, "No, I need them." So basically, last minute I had to give my tickets away the day of and just work, and that was my Friday. But I mean, in hindsight, I mean, it sucked here as well over there. So I mean, it sucked everywhere.
Yeah, but you got paid though, so you sounds better, right?
I didn't need the pain though. I mean, San Jose, really? That bad? Yeah.
So what do you think went wrong with the team on Friday?
I mean, unlike most people, I have a 120-inch HD screen, so I got to see the pure sadness on all our players' faces on how they really weren't trying, or at least what it looked like. I mean, you could have put a parking code; it probably would have done more than what half of those dudes were doing.
It was pretty bad.
I think that's what the biggest thing that came out of this was like, it just seemed none of these guys on the field had any passion. Like it was just passionless. Yeah. I guess is the word.
It's passionless as the lack of passion.
That's the problem that hurts me the most is because it's like we all have a history with San Jose, be it for the team or for their fans or personal by getting arrested for nothing. And it's like, then we have this team. I mean, like with Beckham, even Beckham showed like somewhat he didn't like San Jose. I mean, Zlatan, after the first time we lost, it doesn't matter. We, as long as we make the playoffs.
Oh, he said, yeah, like, the season doesn't matter as long as we make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, even Beckham fought the goddamn mascot. Like,
yeah, he was down.
Kicking balls at players that are down.
Yeah.
Zlatan stops off the field when we lose at home. It's way easier. You don't have to deal with the mascot.
Nobody except maybe Legit and obviously fucking our goalkeeper, the only two people that understand what's going on. Everybody else is just like another game to them, which is kind of upsetting.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Bingham. Absolutely standing on his head. 14 saves, tied for an MLS record, I think.
Yeah, he had. I mean, they got peppered with like 35 shots that
game. It was like Tim Howard against Germany.
Nope.
Oh, it was 32.
Nope.
Wasn't
not
it
Germany.
Belgium?
Yep.
Belgium. Yeah, I got there.
I was legit willing to give Bingham man of the match if we had lost at 2-1. But then he gave up that third goal.
The third one wasn't good.
And it was pretty bad. He, deflected it right to the dude.
Yeah.
I was telling Oso, I don't remember when the third goal came in, but I was telling Oso, I was like, hey, let's give him man of the match. He still saved. He was doing ridiculous. And he gave him that third goal. And then I was like, nah, fuck that fool.
Yeah, let's rethink this.
All right, Brandon, we're going to see you this Friday or what?
Of course, I will be there. If anything, I'm going to get there early because I really don't feel like fucking seeing some lame FC fans trying to be all Green Street hooligan about it and try to take my shit beforehand.
Oh, well, it might happen because they're trash. They're all trash people.
Yeah, we all know that.
Let's all come together at the tailgate.
Are you guys doing anything? Do you have a Tifo display or anything for this Friday?
Yeah, actually, from what I heard, I mean, I never get to go to Tifo things either because I'm always working. We always do it on Saturdays early, or we're setting up, I believe, this Thursday night, but the problem is I can't go because I'm trying to get everything done before that.
Working, man, dude.
But you believe there is one?
Oh, no, there for sure is one.
Oh, well, there you go.
For sure.
Keep your eyes out for that.
I just don't know, have no clue what it is.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling. We'll see you on Friday, dude.
See you guys. Bye.
Be well, sir.
Later.
Oh, fucking Brownie, man.
ACB's going to be rocking on Friday.
Be a good time.
Lars should be rocking on Friday. Then they're going to send the LAFC fans in the 200 stands, and they have a roof over the head.
So that's right. They're in the bleachers, right?
They're in 200, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
What I heard from
push the button.
I did press the button.
Oh, I think he muted you now.
Again, you're
We just got
It
has to happen. It has to happen once a show that Gilbert's on, right? He's got to get muted.
There you go.
At some point, when you open M&M's into a microphone, you're going to get muted.
I was hearing from one of the guys in our section who has a friend with the ticket reps, So I hear that they're separating the LAFC fans. They're putting half of them up in the bleachers, and then the other half across the stadium, right across from us.
Can I just stop that right there?
Yeah.
No, that's not what's happening.
Okay.
So they're giving them the same amount of tickets as they're giving us. They're capping it, so they're not getting any more than that. So they're not gonna.
That 200.
They're
right?
not gonna filter. Yeah, I think it's something like I think it was like 160 something.
I was gonna say like 151.
Yeah. So they're not gonna like they did last time, give an overflow section, like keep a section open. That's gonna be the overflow section. Wherever everybody else buys their tickets that's where they're gonna be. So if they bought a bunch of tickets in the 200s, that's where they're gonna be. But if they didn't,
if they bought tickets in 141,
right?
whatever,
That's where they're gonna be. They're not gonna be in Lars. They're not gonna be in ACB. But if that's what they're gonna do.
I get the benefit of keeping them all together and doing the overflow, but I also like this is your away section. We're gonna check tickets going into the away section because that's standard procedure for an away team.
I mean,
and if
literally
you're
every
and if
even
you're
a Galaxy fan, people are like, "Hey, let me see your ticket."
If you were able to get one ticket as an LAFC fan in the middle of a section and you're surrounded by Galaxy fans, like you stay in that section. And if you start shit, it'll be drastically easier to deal with just 5 of you or just 3 of you than having to deal with 100 of you or whatever. Oh, I like that.
I still don't understand why that couldn't happen in the regular corner section.
Yeah, but what that means is
200 now.
For Galaxy fans listening who sit around the stadium, especially if they're LAFC fans sitting in your section, you guys have to be very loud. This is how you drown them out, because now it's easy. Now you have a vocal target where you can say, oh well, I need to be louder than that fucking person. My job is to make sure our section is louder than that person. Whether you're sitting in a supporters group, whether you're sitting next to a supporters group, whether you're just in your section. Like you are you're Andrew for that week. You're Andrew for Friday. Your job is to capo your section and drown all those people out. Because they're going to be spread. They're going to be a little bit everywhere. So if everyone's quiet, you're going to be able to hear them.
Like the disease they are.
Yeah, they spread like a
herpes.
Herpes kind of just the go-to, isn't it? It's just the one it's easy because you can't get rid of it.
Here's the thing is because with LAFC fans, they'll pop up anywhere.
Yeah.
If it's like us versus Colorado.
At the worst moment.
You'll see someone with an LAFC hat walking by.
Just they have to. It's
herpes.
necessary.
Yeah.
Pop up
it's a flare-up.
Every G2 game I've been to, there's been somebody wearing it
every single
LAFC
time,
like jersey or something.
Well, they love the soccer.
The reason why they're putting them up in 200s is because we get shit sections when we go wherever we go, no matter what stadium. Well, that's not true. 60% of the stadiums that we go to, we get the shittiest section for the away. They're the away section. So,
but that's because
we're going to give them the shittiest section, which is still a really good section. There's no bad seat in our stadium, which is like.
That's my point is you're giving them a roof, so you're going to make them louder. If you kept them in the corner and still were able to keep them where it's 150 tickets.
I mean, I argued that at the beginning of the season, but
it doesn't make any sense to me.
It's like, but then they get the visual. Because you're out in the open and they're in the corner.
Yeah, but they don't get the camera's not on them. Now you're actually going to have the camera view on them.
And if the camera was on them, it'd only be 160 compared to
what there was last
400 or whatever the fuck there was last time.
But they've used the imagery from their game at our place over and over and over again.
Oh. I'll watch that video all the time, so it's all good.
Whenever you guys want to go ahead and put it on. I should make that game available because we have it. Yeah, you're the full match of the.
We might or might not.
I haven't. What? Why?
You speak into a microphone.
I personally have it.
You're dumb. You're so dumb.
For what? I haven't done anything. I have I have a legal recording of a game. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not allowed.
The FBI.
Yeah. If the FBI knocks on Ben's door, I'm the least of their fucking
problems. It's not for us. It's for Ben.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It's for the 3 bodies he's buried in the backyard.
I'm not distributing anything. I have a copy of the 4-3 game. I'm not going to distribute it to anybody. That would be illegal. That's wild.
Yes.
But I have a copy of it. I'm going to personally watch it. And if anyone wants to come over to watch it, you're more than welcome.
I just want to make sure you actually say that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There you go.
If anybody wants to come over to my house and watch the Galaxy beat LAFC.
Come on over to my place.
Yeah. And just and DM me. Don't actually come to my house because I will shoot you. Don't be anywhere near me.
With his love gun.
Yeah, it's my penis.
Yeah,
that's what it's called.
All right, so what's going to change from last Friday to this Friday? Are we actually going to see, more of a heart? This seems like more of a game that a Zlatan will get up for.
Well, let me ask you a question. If we win 3-0, do you feel better about the San Jose game?
I definitely feel better.
Yeah. It's not a complete healing of the wound, but it's like
a Band-Aid over, so it's like it's still bleeding.
It'll take time to heal.
Yeah. But it's
It's
still
kind of like
banded.
when it's scabbed over. That's what it's like. If we win 3-0, it'll be like when the wound is finally scabbed over and it doesn't hurt so much anymore when you touch it. But you know it's still there and it's gonna leave a fucking mark.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of a mark it's gonna leave, but
Well, it depends. If we end up, say, I'm not going to say it, but say this Friday doesn't go well, and say we don't make the playoffs, like it should be a stinging moment in the overall story of the 2019 season. If Zlatan ends up not coming back, it'll be a stinging moment in the overall story of Zlatan's
it
time
definitely
with the
makes me concerned. Say we face a San Jose in the playoffs,
Yeah.
and it's a one-off game because all the playoffs games are one-offs now.
Yeah.
That definitely makes me a little concerned.
I don't know I think if we're in a position to where we, let's say we add a piece. Let's say we Pavone ends up happening, which I still think is going to happen. I'm concerned about how long it takes, but I've also found when it comes to like European transfers, if it takes a really long time, that's when you start getting concerned. But MLS, fucking everything takes forever, and especially if you're doing rule bending and we're loaning a player and then we're actually signing him later because we got an injured DP and
How
all
about
this.
them loopholes, baby?
Loopholes.
Even transfers out take a long time. Though.
Everything takes
Almiron
forever.
took a long time, like stupid long.
I think that's
And
more
everyone
like
was like, "Oh, it's done.
That was-
It's done." And then it was like, "No, announce it. No, it's done." And it didn't happen.
To Ed's point, it's just Newcastle.
It's just
United.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
an absolute fucking tire fire that is Newcastle United.
Yeah.
Rafa Benitez to Steve Bruce in the space of like 14 days. It's
Well,
never.
the championship is good to you guys, so.
Championship seasons are fun. Championship seasons are fun as hell because we score 1,000 goals.
And are they not still on ESPN Plus or no?
They do select games.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a couple games, but it's not. I wish they would do the whole season.
Can you imagine there's gonna be a lot of Newcastle games though?
We would be every week. We were damn near every week. I love talking as if we're already relegated. The fucking schedule hasn't come.
You're no Nottingham
Season hasn't
Forest.
come out. I don't want to be Nottingham. I want to be like Burnley. Burnley still up? They stayed up, right? I want to be like a solid Burnley
what
level.
happened, Newcastle? What happened?
Our owner is just
we can't all
genuinely the
be Chelsea,
worst fucking human being in the world. Yeah. And granted, yours has probably like overseen some murders, but like
Well, we can't even. He's not even allowed in the country anymore. So.
if Mike Ashley was willing to pay for murders, Rafa Benitez would be dead. Like
Well, that oil money was about to come in, so it's kind of close.
It's like DiCaprio's line in Wolf of Wall Street. When you act like a Bond villain, you gotta
live the part, man.
you gotta play the part, man. Come on.
He is definitely the fucking fattest goddamn Bond villain.
So, was it anyone's concern that Jonathan and Antuna looked a bit tired coming into that game last week?
It's to be expected.
Do you get a little more rest this week?
I would hope they got an extra day.
Well, is Antuna hurt or what? What's the deal? Do we know?
I didn't listen to Josh's
Any
podcast
idea?
yet, so I don't know.
Gilbert?
Josh?
I don't listen. See, that's where I usually get my injury updates is from Josh.
Yeah.
And I don't listen until after we record our show. So tomorrow morning, I'll let you know.
That's what you got to do for prep work, dog. That's how you got to get your research is by listening to the other podcast.
Technically, that's Ben's job.
Yeah.
Antuna wasn't mentioned. Steris was, but not Antuna.
Oh, that's Steris.
Oh, I forgot about Stairs' injury
Yeah, what
too.
happened to Steris?
He looked hurt. He limped off and he got subbed
so what's the
minutes
deal?
after.
There is no update. Just that he's hurt.
too early.
So not.
He won't be playing on Friday.
Yeah.
Well, what GBS should do the update for it on Thursday. That's when he does the injury report.
So we're more likely
to the
going to see a
reporters.
Polenta and Gonzalez center back pairing.
Good. It's been
Yeah, let's
Finally.
try it out. Let's see.
Finally.
And is this where Stairs finally
it,
loses
yeah.
his job?
Friday, right?
well,
This
that's
is where
it.
Stairs finally loses his
This will
job.
be the
huh?
moment he loses his job. If they keep a clean sheet, this is the day he loses his job. That's fucked up. It's one game.
Yeah. Well, that's all.
Well, hopefully.
But that's literally the whole season. We're like, it's going to take one game
Yeah, it'll take an injury.
where Stairs loses his job.
Yeah.
Like one bad play, one bad game, and it's done.
And in this case, it was an injury that immediately led to a goal because it's the runner who scores is Steris' man. And we posted a clip for it. And to be clear, it's when I was talking about the standing around, it was Felcher is caught ball watching. He's walking inside the box.
Felcher, it's a smart run from San Jose player where he runs
Yeah.
right in the middle of Felcher and Gonzalez, who are both just watching him.
But Steris should have dropped back for it, but he gets hurt immediately, limps to the ground, and
Where
you see
Gonzalez
Felcher just kind of watching
But
him.
Gonzalez saw that happening and should have been like, oh wait, maybe I should start, maybe
Well, that's
even jogging, maybe.
a game where no one had a good day.
No.
But yeah, I think we finally get to see Giancarlo and Polenta in the middle. I really, really hope it's not Shelvick at left back. Like he's He adds nothing. He adds absolutely nothing.
Remember last week, and you guys were like, "He's dead. He's never playing again."
Hopefully.
And then he played.
These are all wishes.
And then we all were embarrassed.
I called a Gio hat trick for 2 straight years. These are hopes and dreams, good sir. This is I'm putting positivity into the universe.
What's the likelihood that you see a Shelvick and Felcher outside back pairing again?
100%.
100%, right?
100%. I think it's 100%.
And that's why I feel bad for Araujo. Defensively, he's way stronger than Felcher is. But GBS likes his guys to go forward, help out in the attack, and Felcher is better than him doing that. Like, Araujo's crosses are garbage. They're absolutely terrible.
His dribbles are great. But then once he gets there, unless you're going to shoot, it doesn't do anything. All it does is pull you out of position and exhaust you. If you can't, which was that Sean Franklin problem. If you're all the way upfield and we're getting counterattacked on our right side, if you can't cross, you're not adding anything. Get to halfway, pass the ball, and drop back. Like, move, understand what you're good at, and then work to those strengths. Araujo's a great tackler, but maybe you need to focus on tackling.
And then are we going to really trust like an Efron and Araujo, like right side against LAFC? Like, it's just you probably want a Felcher in there more than you'd rather want an Araujo in there.
Yeah, which is strange because you would still rather play Romney at left back than Jorgen.
There's literally no one else.
And did Didi Traore die or what?
I
think he was still injured.
He was injured. I don't know if he's back from injury.
I didn't think his injury was that long, but it's been a minute since
it's been like a month.
Yeah, at least. But yeah, I'd rather have Didi Traore than Shelvick, and that's a huge question mark. But I'll take the question mark over the known
whoever we
garbage.
Play at left back, that's the side they're going to attack down. Like, it's flat out truth. It doesn't, unless Polenta plays left back, and then I don't know what you do.
You're not putting Romney in center back.
I would hope not. But we played Polenta a lot. But it's if Steris is down and Traore's out, and Jorgen's still Jorgen, we've played Polenta at left back a lot. But I think you probably have to go with your best center back tandem and just have them help out.
But that was because you had the hot hand upstairs and Gonzalez. Like,
you kind of have to keep running with it while you had it.
Exactly.
You gotta be positive. It doesn't matter. We're gonna win.
Vela's gonna tear Jorgen a fucking asshole. A new one.
You're gonna have 2. No, it's. Don't worry about it. We're gonna win. It's not even a problem.
See, that's why we brought on Elmon, because he's the one who's like usually the positive one.
Let's ask Elmon.
Yeah, let's ask Elmon. Elmon, what do you think is gonna happen this Friday against LAFC?
Even after that phone call, you still gonna ask.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember anything from that phone call.
Sober me. I mean, I don't know why, but I think we'll pull it out. I'm with Tucker on that one.
Just pull it out.
I think we'll pull it out.
Whack him in
Just
the
pull
face?
it.
Treat it like it's Portland away and just whip it on out.
We're gonna pull it out, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, we're back on track. We're back."
And
then
then
we're just gonna fucking ruin the rest of the fucking team. But yeah, I'm good with that.
It's a story of how I lost my virginity.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Got everybody back on track.
We're just like it's gonna be like 4-1 against LAFC, and then like the next week we lose to like a Colorado game.
That's exactly. Yeah, that's exactly.
That's MLS.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Guessman put out a chart on Twitter the other day. It was showing our win-loss ratios. Every win, every loss, and it was win loss, loss, whatever. And
was it a win loss and win loss?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And then
I like that you gave me the short version of that.
You're welcome.
Where you stopped too shy of all the games we played.
Guessman says, "Do you see a pattern?" And I was like, "I'm really hoping I do because we just lost a game. I'm hoping we beat the shit out of LAFC."
Before this quote unquote pattern, we lost like 3 games in a row. So I don't know how that's like.
I'll take.
I mean, he was like,
I don't think you were the target audience when he was asking, "Do you see a pattern here?"
The pattern I saw a win.
Maybe Gilbert sees things in shape, so maybe that's like better. Like if he sees graphs and stuff.
My dyslexia works.
I'm telling you, I've never. I feel bad about making fun of him now. I've never been more certain that he's on the spectrum than this exact moment. Because he's like win loss, and I was like, that's not our record. What are you reading?
Well, from the last couple games,
that is not how our record is went this season. I guess, but okay.
Thanks for this was the last time on the Riot Squadcast. I'll see you guys later.
We love you, Gilbert. Come on. You know it's not gonna be your last time either.
Oh God, I can't breathe.
I'll be here in like 2 weeks.
So let's
If my mom ever sees you again, Chris, she's gonna hit you.
That's fair.
Let's run down the lineup then.
Oh Christ.
Obviously, Zlatan up top.
Yeah.
Who do you see on the left side?
Antuna.
Antuna on the left.
Yeah.
Fabio in the middle.
Please God, put him on the right. Like, just stop, man. He doesn't do anything.
So you rather see Efra? I'd rather see Efra in the middle.
I don't want to see Efra.
But I don't know if I want to see him against.
I don't want to see Efra in this game. I want to see, if you're asking, I want to see Uriel on the left. I want to see Fabio on the right. 3-man midfield if he's healthy.
Pontius is back in training this week.
If he's good, start Perry Kitchen. Start Perry Kitchen ahead of the back four.
Perry Kitchen's injured wasn't.
If he's back,
he wasn't even in the 18 last week.
Yeah, Didi Traore, by the way, was in the 18 last week.
Oh, there you go. He's still alive.
But if you can, if he's healthy, and I don't know his injury current injury setup. Start him for the extra defensive help, and if you end up in the game late, say it's a 70-something minute, and somehow we've either kept it 0-0 or we're only down by 1, then you bring on someone like Efra, you bring on someone like Pontius, and you go for it. The one area where you have a chance of beating them is probably in aerial duels. Bring on Pontius late when everyone's nice and exhausted. Hopefully Zlatan's physically worn these guys down. But start it defensively, start it cautious, and see how late we can get.
So who's in your lineup then? Who's playing on your right side?
My right side, Fabio, and it'll be Felcher.
So who's in the middle?
Kitchen, Corona, and Jonathan.
Jonah more
defensive.
More defensive?
Yeah, Jonah more defensive.
So you want Corona more attacking then?
I don't.
Or you just
I want
just
everyone.
flat,
Look, let's be realistic. We need to be shooting for a 0-0 and then stealing a goal.
Just want to do a flat 4-5-1.
We got to play Mourinho ball. We got to do whatever we can do. We got to do whatever we can do to keep them from scoring as long as possible and hope
6-man backline, 2 stoppers.
That's it. and signing a sweeper.
Sweeper keeper.
Keep it close late and try to steal one and hope Zlatan pulls out a little bit of magic.
So fucking sad.
But it ain't about joy.
It's the reality.
You know what's sad? Losing that game. Losing that game is sad.
That's the thing is a point. Just a point to me. I'm cool.
What I'm talking about is tactics. What I'm talking about is looking at what you have and adjusting what you have for the situation you're in.
But when has GBS done that?
Well, this is the day he needs to start doing it. Well, the only time he's done it so far is that Minnesota game where Zlatan was out and
but
he put
had
Uriel
to.
up top.
He had to.
Yeah.
It's just I don't see it in GBS where they're gonna we're gonna come out more defensive.
But that was a change of how we played. We didn't play launching the ball up. We didn't play crossing the ball in. We played a 4-3-3, basically a 4-3-3 with a false 9 who dropped back and helped out in the midfield. That was a switching, and it was based on what we have to do. Looking at injuries right now in the same situation as the Minnesota game, we're in a place where we have to adjust how we play. So this should be the first week in a while I can really think of us going in, and what should happen going in on Saturday or Sunday or Monday. GBS and the crew looking at his board, looking at which players are available and saying, we need to see what we got to change based on how they're going to play. Because we haven't played anyone who's going to come at us like they're going to come at us. We don't have our best back four. We don't have our best defensive line right now. We need to make do with what we have. We're not scoring. We're not even shooting. We need to make do as best we can because we have shipped an insane amount of goals in the last 2 weeks. So something has to get fixed. Absolutely something has to change. If we come out playing the exact same way, now I would start to get worried. Because now we're not learning.
See, I think you're going to see a Pontius on the right. And I think you still see Fabio in the middle.
It's possible.
And I think Efra comes off on the bench. Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's possible. The smart move would be to play defensive, to go defensive, not to try to win the game in the first half.
I mean, 100% we're going to give up possession. Let's just...
It's not even an argument. I think every game this season we've given up possession.
No,
maybe save for a couple.
Yeah. We've definitely had one possession on some games, but just realize it now. 70% of the game is going to be with the ball on LAFC's feet.
But that's the thing. If that's the mentality, if the mentality is 70% of the game is going to be on LAFC's feet, well, don't start an attacking midfielder. You're not going to have the ball. Start a defensive.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I completely agree with you. I just don't think it's in GBS to play that way.
Counterattack, fast build up.
I mean, it's everything we do has to be.
Had we signed Pavone last week? And he's with the team?
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been like, okay, yes, we're definitely going to play in that counter-second style.
He's coming tomorrow. I'm calling it right now. He's coming.
He's going to bust his Zlatan. He's going to do his Zlatan.
ITK, bro. So.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's going to do his Zlatan where he comes in and then scores a hat trick to win the game again.
He's going to come in, he's going to score, and we only lose 4-1. No, I don't.
Don't laugh. It's not funny.
Not putting that negativity out there. But yeah, if the understanding and the ideology is we're going to have to play predominant defensive, they're going to have 70% possession. We're going to be countering what they do. You don't want to start. You want to start someone like Pontius because you can outlet the ball to him, and he's likely going to win it. Again, the one area that we really dominate is aerial duels. Play someone like him. it's really a place where you'd like to play Araujo because I think he's won save for 2 of his aerial duels in every game he's played so far. So if you're launching the ball, someone like Pontius is great. But if you're going to play a Pontius so that you can launch the ball out, well then Fabio's on the bench or Efra's on the bench and you play Perry Kitchen. It should be a game for Perry Kitchen to stand out. If he continues the form he had been in when he was healthy and playing, and does it right now, this is the one where you go, well, he's back. He's redeemed himself to a degree because for the most part it had been against decently poor opposition. So get him in against LAFC and watch. Let's see if he can fucking do something. Because we've never needed him more than we need him right now.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't count on that happening.
You don't bank on it.
No.
Fabio's
quickly becoming a guy who's very replaceable and someone who I don't think we're going to see come next season.
Extend it.
No. I think the loan finishes out and then we probably let him go.
So what do you guys think? Romney, left back?
It's going to Shelvick.
I want Rocket Romney on the field.
Rocket Romney. I like the call.
Man.
If you need a set piece goal, put Romney in there.
Because
you don't have Steres, and Romney's for some odd reason incredible in the air.
Yeah.
When it comes to set pieces,
like this whole year though, when we score first, we usually win, or we have won. So,
yeah, not according to last week. So
right, yeah. I was like, I just realized that. I'm like, oh, great one. Never mind. I'll just turn my mic off.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
But even if you're talking, that fast counterattack you mentioned, Romney's someone you can play on the left, who will get a field similar to Didi Traore, who's probably not going to have the same occasional questionable defensive mistakes that you might get out of Traore. And especially with Traore, if he's playing left back and Vela cuts onto that right side and then cuts in on his left foot, you're asking that dude he's got to be perfect.
And do you really want a guy who hasn't played in over a month?
In a while.
To play against the hottest team in MLS?
Romney's probably your best bet unless we magically sign a center back. Virgil van Dijk free? Start him at center back, move Polenta over?
Just a quick 2-week loan.
Just a quick 90-minute loan.
Yeah.
It's like we might go on a stop it.
He's not on vacation right now in LA? I mean, come on.
He's on vacation. I don't know where they are, though.
It's not in LA.
No, not in LA, but I don't know where they are. I saw a video of him putting on suntan lotion on players, like the spray one. So they were like, "Oh, he defends on the field. He defends off the field."
Oh, God.
Yeah, the social justice wars didn't come out about the ozone layer and stuff with aerosols.
I don't know.
I'm surprised, man.
You're the one that's all deep in those conspiracies.
That's true. Oh my God, man.
We're all good now, man.
Actually, you literally could have said any other conspiracy.
Andrew, literally any conspiracy.
A billion conspiracies.
What's one that comes to mind when you think of Alex Jones?
9/11.
Seth Rich.
You did the Seth Rich. Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
You could have
Pizzagate
done,
probably number
What's the one that actually got him in trouble?
Well, the Sandy Hook.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up.
Saying. But what Alex Jones wasn't brought in.
Y'all niggas got shut down.
Until after.
Whoop, whoop,
You guys weren't talking about Alex Jones until after. You said Sandy Hook.
Yeah, you left to Sandy Hook.
Well, because when I think of conspiracy theorists,
aliens.
When I think of conspiracy theorists,
that's why he's trying to shut you down.
Yeah,
bringing out all these facts.
I know these stupid facts you have.
Fake news.
All right, let's go to Big Tony's email.
let's end this. Let's end this
quick.
Hey, man, you got it, dude.
Yeah,
you got it.
Hey, man, look, public image.
With such an incredible performance last Friday by the Galaxy, no one was able to grab any points. Both Chris and Ben predicted wins, while Ed predicted a tie. So based on tiebreakers, Chris picks first, Ben second, and Ed last. Chris still leads the pack with 13. Ben follows with 11, and Ed trails with 8. Going on the listener predictions, listeners had a similar experience with 36 out of 37 participants predicting a win. Big Tony says, "Really? How could anyone lose twice to the Smurfs in one season?" Yeah, we're terrible. The one listener who correctly predicted the outcome was Nicholas W. He predicted a 3-2 loss.
Wow.
So he's only one goal away from grabbing all the points this week. That moves him up into a tie with 5 others for the 6th place with 10. 6th place? Well, hold on. That moves him up to a tie with 5 others for 6th place with 10 points on the season. No changes at the top. Ethan B. and Luis are still tied for the lead with 15 points. Full point standings are available at riotsquadcast.com. Special shout out to Jesse C. for the kitten name suggestions of Chris Pontius.
Oh, that's great.
I'll have a reminder to Jesse, please use the same email address that you have in the past, which is your Gmail account, not your Yahoo account. It makes things easier on me, so thanks. Yeah, man. Big Tony's fucking putting all this time in.
I thought of one, Kevin Katchen.
Kevin Cat, that's not bad. Kevin Catchin.
It's not as good as all the other ones, but
Chris Pontius is great, and Diego Paulenta.
That was good.
Diego Paulenta is
That was
phenomenal.
Looking forward, this Friday at 7 p.m., the stink that is Chivas USA 2.0 rears its ugly head. Historically, the Goats have been pretty toothless in their original...
You've been nicknamed Inward Ed, by the way, in the live chat.
Okay, cool. In their original form, they played 31 games against the G's, winning 4 times, losing 20, and drawing 7. Only once were they able to win this. We're not titling that. Only once were they able to win the season series against the G's back in 2007, where they went wow. I know. See, you threw me out. I'm all discombobulated.
I got to stop you real quick. And this is probably a producer question, but it's a everyone question. Why do you make Ed read this every week?
Oh,
why?
There's no make.
It's cold-blooded.
Why?
It's cold-blooded.
Do you think we should share the reading responsibilities?
Yes, I think you guys should all read the emails.
Well, usually I'll read
Let's
Slice
try
of
to read
Bacon,
emails.
and usually I read the FIFA update. So if anything, I'm actually like...
It's cold-blooded.
Why? What? I don't understand.
Huh? What?
This is 2019.
Oh,
He'll speak for him.
Don't worry about it.
It's I'll take
Don't
care
worry
of
about it. It's all
him.
good.
I can read.
Can you, though?
Sometimes. Where they went 2-1-1.
Read about Sandy Hook.
Thankfully, speaking of racism, thankfully the racist embarrassment to the league folded in 2014.
Hey.
Unfortunately, Garber didn't learn anything from his from their first Goats stint. Thank you, Andrew, for putting this in my mind now. And put another team in LA
I'm
last
the one
year.
who fucked you up.
Yeah, man, you did. You interrupted me.
What was that thing
Jesus.
about 5 people in 6th place?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Only once were they able to win the season series against the G's.
5 people tied for 6.
I read that line actually. What?
There's 5 people tied for 6th place, right? Is that what you're saying?
I'm past that. I'm past that. Past that.
That's the Cabrillo High coming through right
Yep.
there.
Long Beach Unified, baby.
Oh no! I came out good. That's that Cabrillo High. Milliken in the house.
Anyways, the new incarnation is just like the old, compiling a record against the G's in their first year. 0 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. Same old Goats always sucking, as Tony puts it. And if you're still sitting there listening to the podcast saying, wow, okay, well, it's a different team. Fuck off. Same crap coaches, same piece of shit fans. Fuck Chivas. No matter how much makeup you slap on a goat, it's still a goat. This season, Skeletor has his sorry excuses for human beings playing at the top of their game. In the last 5, they've earned 12 points, only losing to FC Dallas. They currently sit on top of the league with 46 points, having compiled a 14-2-4 record and a plus 36 goal differential so far. However, they recently also were knocked out of the U.S. Open Cup by Portland via a 1-0 loss. The G should be aware that the LAFC seems to be good at winning fouls, and they've gotten opponents ejected 7 times already. We'll speak on who's actually refereeing that game too in a little bit. The G's are not strangers to the referee's book, having earned 41 cautions. No ejections so far this year, though, so they need to be careful. Speaking of careful, scum of the earth will be in our stadium. They will try to steal banners, scarves, or anything they can get their hands on. Do not engage with them. Be better people. Don't sink to their levels. Fuck Chivas.
Well done.
They just saw Green Street Hooligan and
fucking
Topman. They've been soccer fans for a year and a half, so
they they got all inspired.
They watched Green Street Hooligans. What other?
They
football?
invented stealing scarves. What are you
Football
talking
Factory,
about?
yeah.
Football Factory.
They totally invented stealing scarves.
Tottenham away. Love it.
But we did get the update on.
Last time you watched that? Really?
We did get an update on the refereeing assignments for Friday, and the only Jair Marufo.
That guy's been
is going to be the referee.
reffing in MLS.
Yeah, but
forever.
it could be a coin flip. It can be bad for us, though.
Or it could be,
you know what I mean? It could be.
It'd be good for us.
He could fuck them, and it'd be amazing. I'll love that guy forever. But if he fucks us,
because all he actually cares about is making sure you're talking about him. That's really the important thing, and that can be accomplished either way.
Yeah, and he'll take bad talk, like if you're talking badly about him, he's still in the news, And
That's all that matters. Yeah.
Yeah. Any press is good press for him.
It's all Look, he's trying to get your name out there.
I'm trying to continue in this league for another 20 years.
And as a referee,
to
man,
be bad, yeah.
If you're widely known as a bad referee in MLS, I mean, you're doing something wrong.
You're a special man.
You're special. You're very special.
I think the only person we have Zlatan and Joe Corona on yellow card watch, and what is it, Fabio? How the fuck does that dude have 3 yellow cards already? Fabio Alvarez, Jonathan Dos Santos, and Sebastian Lletget all sitting on 3. So it's like, if as far as being concerned about Jair being a little caution heavy, that's mostly where we want to keep an eye. And then as Zlatan
for
gets
real,
one,
though.
we'll just drop one out and be
How
fine.
does that dude have 3 yellow cards?
I don't understand. Like, he doesn't
Has
play
he
that
been here
much.
3
And he doesn't do
games?
anything. Like, what? He's
He's been absent more than that. You know what I mean? Like,
He's got 607 minutes and he has 3
that's
red cards.
wild.
It's insane.
I feel like I've seen him on the pitch for like 180.
He got them versus the New England Revolution, San Jose Earthquakes 2 weeks ago, and Toronto last week. Yeah, he's a ball of something, man. He's got goal, yellow, and man of the match, and assist, yellow and yellow. Like, ding, ding, ding.
So, how many yellow cards are we? What's the over under?
4.
Oh, that's got to be more than that.
It's got to be more than that.
Plus or minus.
I think 5. I think 5 is the over, or 4.5 would be the. Or no, I would say 5 is the over under number.
It's got to be at least 6.
Oh, I was picking how many yellows I thought they had. Sorry, I didn't know I was doing an over under.
Oh yeah.
When I said
for the
over under,
game.
but
For the,
I'm thinking at least 6. It's got to
be a lot. It's
gonna be
be
testy.
a testy game.
Over 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Over 5 for sure.
Do we see red
Are you
cards?
talking both sides or just us?
Yeah. For the game.
Combined.
For the game.
Both sides?
Combined, I say.
So when he said over under for the
5.
game,
Over 5.
See, I talk about the Galaxy, right? That's all I ever focus on.
so you don't just listen to your co-host.
No.
No.
Fuck
Did
what
you
he has
hear him
to
read
say.
that
Well, he's
email,
usually
man?
playing Football Manager, so he's usually playing Football Manager. So that's
That's true.
he's got to feed the ADD somehow, man.
Yeah, I got to feed that beast.
Yeah, dude. All right, so let's go with the guests for some predictions, right? So we'll go with the worst to best. So Gilbert, let's get your predictions.
I just found. Am I on?
Gilbert dissed Ed like 30 minutes ago, and Ed's like, I'm going to fucking get him.
Well, I gotta push it on somebody,
Yeah,
dude.
he's like-
You know, I gotta get off on me, man.
It's too much. The heat right now. It's too hot.
According to the email, I'm like 1 point away from being tied.
You
7.
you keep forgetting to play.
I
You're
played-
so close, dude.
I played last week and I still lost.
Story of his life, man. He's right there.
You're only like 6 points behind.
I am 6 points behind.
I know because that's why I said you're 6 points. Okay, give your prediction.
My prediction for this game is going to be 2-2. It's gonna 2-2 with Zlatan and Efren.
Take that.
Efren.
Efren's getting his first goal
Yeah. Well,
Against-
First league goal.
against
his first.
his important goal,
MLS team goal.
the one that
His
counts.
first goal against professionals.
Yeah.
Against adults.
Well, they're adults, but they had jobs like 2 hours before they had to go play soccer. So
Yeah, jobs at like Safeway. I mean,
You
come on.
guys
That's
gonna
not-
make it
Hey,
because
man.
they were at work.
why distant?
No, I'm just saying.
you work at Ralph's for like 3
I
years?
did. Yeah, when I was 18, that's what I'm saying. They weren't adults. They weren't adults. I worked at Ralph's for 1 year, but all good. Am I going next? I guess I'll go next. Yeah, we're gonna lose, and I don't want to say that, but I don't want to be the guy. I just want to be a realist with everyone. I just want everyone prepared.
Hey, you can say that we're probably gonna lose, and then
Yeah.
just predict that we'll tie,
Okay, but we're gonna
just to make
lose.
yourself feel better.
So we're gonna lose 3-1. Yeah, that's my prediction.
Oh, all right. Who's your goal scorer? Does it matter?
Zlatan. Nah, fuck that guy.
Is
Shots
is
fired.
it ever gonna get
you know who's gonna get the goal for us? Jair Marufo. It's gonna fucking
bounce off of
It's
him?
gonna bounce off of him somehow. We're gonna get it. And we're gonna celebrate, and then we're gonna.
Is
feel
that
real sad.
relationship ever gonna get remedied? It's like nah.
He's gone at the end of the year. What
it
do I need
doesn't
to
matter?
do? Yeah, right.
Emma with the winner.
Wouldn't that be incredible?
That's why.
I would.
There's your movie.
That's
If
how
it's
legends
so
are born.
There's your movie.
It's so wild.
If Emma scored the game-winning goal,
He gets a song.
I'd never say a bad word about him.
We got if he somehow manages a game-winning goal against LAFC on Friday, we get
Lifetime contract.
His song has to be sung from every seat in the stadium.
I say that I will never speak a bad word about him ever again.
The upside about this, that's definitely not going to happen.
So that's why I can make that bold of a
100%.
I can make that bold of a prediction.
The big pop Emma got on Friday.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Like they subbed in Emma. I think he was our third sub, and the whole Riot squad and couple sections around us just exploded for Emma.
It was an attacking substitution.
It was something.
"God,
Something
you're
was
trying.
happening.
You're the people down there are alive, and they know that we're losing.
Something's happening. Yeah.
I mean, we were grabbing for straws.
Anything.
man. It was
Anything
just
at that point.
Please.
Anything at that point. All right, Montes.
That would be great, though.
In a wild game, I say we win 2-1.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
And then as I predicted, Emma's gonna hit the crossbar. It's gonna ricochet off the back of someone's head. Winner 2-1.
That's awesome.
Emma goes into the
Hall of
Emma
Fame.
goes into the night in the Hall of Fame.
Put him on the Ring of Honor.
Put him on the wall
Yeah.
of Fame, whatever the fuck.
That's
No
what it's
doubt,
called, Ring of
no
Honor.
doubt.
Ring of
No
Honor?
doubt.
Yeah.
No, but I think Z with one or a couple, and if he just gets one, maybe Alvarez. If it's gonna.
It's not like a maybe thing. You just gotta fucking stick to
It's
it.
a hard line in the
It's a
sand.
hard. It's a
Oh,
hard.
my bad. Wow. All right, well then, Zlatan, Emma, goals 2-1. We win. Boom.
Let's
I'm
go.
first.
Let's go. You're first.
Well, I was supposed to be.
All right, then you go
Tony's
then.
email. God, I'll take. I can't envision a universe where they beat us. Like I close on my worst nightmares. You know what I mean?
Well, that universe we're in, they haven't beat us.
That's the thing.
Well, I
I
can
was
see why you can.
I was talking to Gilbert earlier about, and I knew it was way over his head. I was talking to Gilbert about the multiverse and like the string theory.
Come on.
I know.
Come on.
But based on how the multiverse works and parallel dimensions,
the black Michio Kaku over here.
I just try to go
Somebody's
for
been watching
Neil
too much
deGrasse.
PBS.
It's all TED Talks, bro. I had nothing but time. But so far, of all the universes that have been created and split every time we've had a game or a goal's been scored, to date, we do not exist in a universe where they have beaten us. Of all the potential universes we could exist in, of the possibilities, we don't exist in a universe where they've beaten us yet.
Well, part of that is why I predicted what I predicted.
I'm saying. So I'm gonna run with it. And it can't go on forever, but it might go on for one more week. I'm gonna take the Galaxy. I'll roll with you on 2-1. I'll take the Galaxy 2-1. I'm gonna take Zlatan gets it. Zlatan's gonna somehow get a game winner, and our first goal is gonna be off a set piece, defensive goal. Giancarlo.
Yeah, with it.
Giancarlo.
You
It'll be
got yourself a
aerial duel.
goddamn deal.
Aerial duel. That's the way. That's if it's gonna happen. That's probably how it's got to happen.
I just think it's going to be like something crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just feel that.
It won't be
I just feel
mundane.
that. It's just going to be.
And we're
something crazy.
definitely worse than we were last year. We're definitely worse than we were last year. At least as far as attacking and goal scoring is concerned. But at the end of the day, I refuse to seed if I don't have to.
But
I got bad news for you guys.
You don't have an. You don't have an.
Giancarlo, sir.
You don't have an
I
Ola
just came
Kamara.
back from the future.
Yeah.
First, you don't have an Ola Kamara to run down errant passes. You don't have LAFC. Doesn't have what's his name that gave us that errant pass.
Horta.
Horta.
All those people are
He's gone. So, it's Ben's turn. I'm just starting. Ben, give us your prediction.
Yeah, we're gonna lose, man. It's gonna be ugly.
Fuck.
It's gonna be ugly. We're losing 4-1. Zlatan's gonna get
Where my realists in the house?
Like I said
What
before.
do you think, Ed?
I hate to agree with
Because I'm all my hopes for the listeners of the show. All my hopes are rested on one thing, as my dear friend Andrew, lifelong friend Andrew, has beautifully proclaimed.
You'll love it then.
Have beautifully proclaimed. Whenever you two agree and you disagree with me, you're wrong 100% of the time.
And that was actually Tuck. I was thinking
That's
about
what
that.
That's what I'm. That's
So
what I'm
not
fucking.
on predictions,
that's what
but
I'm
like in
hey, there's-
factual.
Well, hey,
No, like
in real life.
Exactly.
In the prediction game this year, Ed, I don't think we have been right together
yeah,
all year.
So it's going to be 4-0 loss.
yes. Do what you got to
Put
do.
it
Do we got odds for this?
Let's
No,
not look at them.
Come on,
Let's not look at them.
Before Tucker.
I couldn't. I couldn't.
You
Like,
couldn't bring yourself to look
no,
at him.
Yeah.
Pull him up.
He actually had to do work today and put
Pull
up
him up.
extra mics, so
I will.
Pull him
I'll pull
up. I
him
wanna
up
see
we
real
didn't
him
have
right
time
now.
to Google search something.
Actually, Tucker, go while he pulls him up.
Oh, I went.
already went already.
2-1.
Oh, he's.
That's
Oh, my
2-1.
bad. Ed, go, but while he pulls him
Oh, I
up.
said 4-0.
Oh,
4-0 loss.
Everybody's good.
I said 2-1.
my bad.
Yeah.
Gilbert,
I
you
thought
go.
we
You
were waiting
good?
for one. I thought we were waiting for
Did
one.
you go? You went first.
Sometimes I
Yeah,
forget
we're
about you
first.
guys.
Yeah, I don't see us getting more. If we do score, it's not more than one goal.
If
And LFC is definitely scoring multiple goals than us.
oh, it's a hard number to. That's the thing. I can't foresee us losing. I can't foresee us scoring 3 goals, and I can't foresee them not scoring multiple goals. So I'm really stuck in what I pick. And
That's why I picked
I-
2-1.
I mean, if you guys want to know how it's going to go down, it's going to go. We're going to score first. They're going to score second. We go in tied at the half. We steal a late one.
That's what I'm hoping for, man.
That's it.
That's what I'm hoping for. I think if we start,
And then some Galaxy babies born 9 months later.
Boom.
if we start what you wanted originally, a Fabio in the middle, we need to score early. We need to score early. We need to everyone defensively has to be sound. If we do the kitchen, that might be more of like, we get a late one-off goal, we get a 1-1 if we're equal, we can get the 2-1. It's really we'll see it in the formation. The moment the lineup comes out, you're going to know exactly where we're at and exactly how we're thinking. What's up, Benny?
So the odds are the 538 has LAFC a 45% chance to win, the Galaxy a 33% chance to win, a draw 22% chance.
I'll fucking take the shit out of that.
Yeah, I'll take the shit out of that too. That's kind of crazy to me. The odds makers in Vegas, on the other hand,
the people who actually care.
yeah, they have the Galaxy as huge underdogs. The Galaxy, Andrew, are a plus 240. LAFC is a minus 115. The draw, best odds at.
So I understand that, but
that hurts.
if you want to explain it to,
I have no idea.
Every
else,
week we explain it. I just want. I mean, if you don't get it now,
you think it's where I pay attention to Ben?
But still, like, how do you not understand?
Hey, we might have new listeners every week, man. So maybe explain it to them.
Okay, maybe.
Man, everyone's show is someone's first show.
That's it.
Not necessarily.
That's what Stan Lee used to say about comics. That's why they always keep reintroducing characters. Every person's comic is, or every comic is someone's first comic. But in this case, if you're going to bet on this game, you don't really care about numbers.
Well,
facts and reality are irrelevant.
I thought the Galaxy would probably be a little bit bigger underdogs. I thought that number should be bigger.
I thought 240 is a hard number to hear.
240 is it's a really big number. But considering the way that Chivas is playing this year, I thought
So if I put $20 down, what would a win give me?
Just do 100 because it's easier.
Yeah,
$100 gets you 240 if you bet for the Galaxy to win.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's easy. Why doesn't he just say that?
Yeah.
But that's what the number means. That's what the fucking number means.
But I'm not listening to those numbers.
Well, if you would have listened to me like any of the 10 times I explained it, that's what you would have heard.
What'd you say?
When did you start doing this? A year ago?
Yeah, the beauty of it is Andrew says it once. He's like, oh, yeah, I get it.
He's listening to you.
Yeah.
Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks.
There it is.
Fuck Tucker's friend.
There you go.
I've been waiting all
night
podcast for it.
I'm like, to hear it live.
It's coming.
Dude, the last show he did fuck Tucker's friend like 16 times.
Oh my God. Every time.
He's the worst. All right. Let's get something less depressing. Let's talk our favorite Lars/138 memories. Because today is our 138th episode.
Mm-hmm.
We are 138.
137.
We are 138.
137.
We are 138.
Hey.
So let's start with, since we have two of the Lars leaderships with us, let's start with you guys. And there's a plethora.
Oof, do you want to start with us? I don't know.
There's a plethora of Lars memories.
We do have phone calls. I think we have some tweets, right?
Some tweets. We have
some
phone calls,
some
emails.
Facebooks.
Yeah, we have voicemails,
Facebooks.
a whole lot of things.
Why don't we start with that then? Why don't we start with the voicemail?
Well, let's really quick. While we're segueing in, we have, just to wrap up LAFC, we have 3 tickets that are going to go out for Patreon subscribers. Figure we may as well get that done now. It'd be a good time to mention our Patreon while we're at it.
Patreon.com/Riot Squadcast.
So we, through listeners, and because it's a group show and everyone, we all try to figure it out together. We had a couple listeners who donated tickets to the LAFC game, and specifically was like, I don't see any other pods throwing tickets out. I'm like, hey man, I don't know nothing about that. We're not throwing it out either. We are facilitating your tickets going to other people because we're not necessarily looking to buy them. But this is the setup. We got 2 tickets from Mark Parker, and I got one more. I'm going to look up the name in a second. I apologize. But what we're going to do now, that since we have 2 guests and we got a spare ticket, we got an extra ticket out of nowhere. We're going to have each of you pick a number. I have a list right now of all of our Patreon subscribers.
642.
It's a list that goes to 27. But you are Andrew. I'm gonna have you pick the second one actually, because Mona is our first time guest. So I'm gonna have you pick a number between 1 and 27. This person will win the 2 tickets. Andrew, you're gonna pick.
What about the one guy who said he's got tickets? He's good.
Actually, yeah, you're gonna pick a number between 1 and 25.
Whoa, that's 2.
We have 2 people. Two people gave tickets.
Right.
So you pick a number. That person will win the 2 tickets, and then Andrew will pick a number. That person will win the 1 ticket. And then I'll go ahead and get in contact with you guys and get it in your inbox. You got to have Flash Seat set up. I'm not doing a whole bunch of extra work.
16
is going to be Justin, and forgive me, Justin, if I pronounce your last name wrong. Justin Scarness. Scotto.
I think that's Legion Norge, if you remember him on the boards.
Really?
Oh shit! Really?
That'd be fucked up.
I used to see that guy at Best Buy sometimes.
We're right on. Yeah, that's right.
I'm fairly certain.
He had a Lars sticker, a Galaxy sticker, and a Man United sticker. I got to figure out who this guy is.
That's fine.
You turned off your mic right in the middle of
As he was talking. So Justin, you're getting 2 tickets unless you are unable to go to the game or already have tickets and didn't get in contact. Either way, let me know. And then Andrew, you're picking 1 through 24.
Number 12.
Number 12 is shit.
Is it my brother?
It is not your brother.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Jamie Bacon, you're winning 1
Hell
ticket
yeah!
to the LAFC home.
Jamie,
That's right.
The Baconator.
I'm
so
down with that. I'm happy with that pick.
She's probably in the live chat. I know she was earlier.
She was earlier. I haven't seen her in a little bit.
So, yeah, I'll get in contact with you guys. Justin Scarness and Jamie Bacon each getting, Justin Scarness getting 2 tickets, Jamie Bacon getting 1 extra to the LAFC game. So, good. Thank you very much to the guys who donated. Super, super appreciate it.
Thank you. And then if you guys are in the live chat right now and you guys want to give a call and give your favorite Lars or 138 moment, give us a call at 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. Or can they not because you're playing voicemails?
They can always try.
Okay, there we go.
You can email the show. I'm not going to read it, but you can email the show.
There's options.
Yeah, that's actually true. There's truth to that. Or I'll read it and I won't reply. I mean,
Play the
especially
fucking
if it's a
voicemails.
dumbass
Let's
email,
go.
You know.
Let's start off with a voicemail.
I'm your husband now.
That's right.
That scared me. Literally scared me last week. Like, it came out of nowhere, and I was just like, whoa.
Do we have a voicemail ready? Is it we're dialing it up?
No, I just want to make
Favorite
sure.
Moment, the Riot squad was Kevin Hartman was still our goalie, probably 2005.
Oh, it's Matt. It's a Mansky.
Got there early.
Agus?
Yes.
Hartman was warming up, and myself
recognize
were
his
voice, yeah.
cheering
What's his name?
to Hartman, "Hey, Hartman, buy me a beer. Hey, Hartman, buy me a beer." And with that, he kind of looked over, gave me a wave, and finished warming up. And about 5 minutes after he left to go in the tunnel, one of the redcoats came by with an envelope, and on the outside of the envelope said, "You chanted, 'Hey, Hartman, buy me a beer,' and said, 'My pleasure,' and you opened up, there was like $20 in there. So still have the envelope somewhere deep inside the cave, but that's definitely probably one of my favorite moments with the Riot squad, besides Josh bitch slapping Judas and then the Chivas dolls. But definitely Hartman buying me a beer. That was awesome. Peace out, bitches.
So that back on when Lars was on the boards, his board name was Haggis.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been to 138 and you've, like in the early days, he had like the red hair with like the
kilt
on. Yeah,
sat in the first couple seats on 138.
On our Facebook, he actually sent us the picture of the envelope.
Oh, really? So
yeah,
it's in the cave.
So that was pretty awesome.
Should tweet it out. We'll tweet it out in case you guys want to see it.
Yeah.
That's very awesome.
It's literally just like a manila envelope.
I sung the what was it, the national anthem? I sung the national anthem on Friday standing behind Kevin Hartman. And like as he turned to leave, I was like, it's like a top 5 moment of my life, sir. Just have a good day. You go on. Do you want to perform my wedding? And he was like, I've already told you no. I was like, all right, I'll stop asking. Please.
Andrew, do you want to go? What's one of your favorite Lars 138 moments?
Well, I mean, if I had to choose like just one, but choosing just one.
We'll run through a few.
It was like when you tried to kill Rigney in the car.
That was fun.
So we took a road trip.
Accidentally?
2009. No, he just
it definitely seemed premeditated from outside.
We took a road trip 2009.
He looked like he was trying to escape.
You don't know.
2009 MLS Cup. We took a road trip. It was myself, Ed, Chris, and my friend Rigney, who's in Texas. He's probably not listening, but he's definitely not listening. But shout out to Rigney.
Why would he be listening?
I don't think he listens.
Is he in Tempe now?
No, he moved back.
Oh, okay.
He went to school. Anyways, so we drive up to Seattle.
Sorry, I saw your brother's comment on the YouTube.
Oh, that's going to be my story.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
100% happened.
So we drive up to Seattle and we stop. We finally get to Washington. We stop at like this pizza place that ended up being like a dance hall, like the people were line dancing. There was some.
It was like a senior citizen.
Yeah, there was a lot of older
like
white
get
people.
together. Like
I know they were senior citizens,
they
but
were
like
40s.
Yeah, they were 40s or 50s.
I thought they were.
They were like they
No.
were like line dancing or doing something.
It was way too late to be seniors.
How old are you, Ben?
63.
And fuck Tucker's friend.
It's quick on it.
Hey, that's not
62,
how old he
Ed.
is.
Fuck you.
That's not how old he is. That's when he was born.
Are you really 62?
No, man, I'm 47.
Okay, yeah,
About 47.
I felt they were a little bit
I think
older
they said
than him, but
about
I'll
47.
see it.
So there's a bunch of people. We were trying to eat, and then the pizza place ended up being, I don't
Closed.
know, some sort of like line dancing thing.
Yeah.
So Ed found in the hallway a dolly, like one of those four-wheel dollies, and a well, he didn't find it. He just stole it.
Yeah.
Off the wall.
Allegedly.
A fire extinguisher. It's past the point of where you could get.
Do you forget how he got to the fire extinguisher? He laid on his belly on the dolly.
That's after he got the fire extinguisher.
I thought you
you guys
slid.
don't even know the stories, man.
Oh, so it definitely
Look at
didn't
you.
happen because this
Look at you.
10-year-old
So-
story has small holes. Sure.
So he
That's how it works.
he gets on this dolly and he's rolling down the hallway
Like
it's-
boogie boarding.
like a boogie boarding,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's got the fire extinguisher, and then we go outside, and
I actually took the fire extinguisher as we were walking outside the door.
Okay.
yeah,
Allegedly.
okay.
Allegedly. Some guy.
So we're outside.
looks like
We're
him.
in my
Yeah.
car.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Some lesbian.
And we're in if you guys know Seattle area, we're driving from one point on the other side of Mercer Island to Mercer Island, and there was no one on the road. It was very empty.
Everything seems to have shut
Everything,
down.
yeah,
I was
everything
like,
was shut
yeah.
down. We couldn't get anything to eat.
We went to an Albertsons.
We ended up going to Albertsons, and as we're driving to Mercer Island, Ed is spraying the fucking fire extinguisher out of my car.
100%.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like it's Mario
No.
Kart.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's Mario Kart.
Out of the car.
And it literally looks cartoonish.
Yeah.
And we're going through. So you finally stop at this Albertsons, and I get out of the car. I had been driving for like 15 hours. I was like stretching, like, fuck, whatever. I get out, and I start walking to the Albertsons. Chris is behind me. I don't see fucking Ed or Rigney. And then I see Rigney get out of my car, and Rigney looks like he just went through 9/11.
Rigney was driving. Rigney was driving because he's in the driver's seat, and he's
I
like
was driving.
when we
you're
got
right.
to
No,
Albertsons,
you're right. Yeah,
because
you're right.
he was hammered by the time we got to Albertsons. Rigney's driving.
All of us except for Rigney because he wasn't drinking.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
Rigney wasn't drinking. Ed's sitting in the
I
back
remember
seat.
seeing his legs in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
when I
Ed's
was
sitting in the
driving.
back seat, and Rigney has his seatbelt on, and is like, because again, Andrew and I are standing outside looking back, like, what the fuck's taking him so long?
We like got to the entrance of Albertsons.
And
We're like, where the fuck are these guys?
You turn around and you see Rigney like fighting with his seatbelt, trying to get it undone, and then it's like you see Ed look down. He's sitting in the back seat. You see Ed look down, and then Rigney like fighting with his seatbelt, and then it's white, and then the whole car is just immediately filled, and we're like, oh shit! And as soon as Rigney opens the door up, it all just like.
See, I just saw the aftermath.
Oh,
I saw Rigney get out of the car, and the inside of my car looked like a Christmas town. It looked like Solvang. It was
Chernobyl.
ridiculous. Yeah. And Rigney looked like he just went through 9/11.
Yeah, you saw the outline of smoke from where he was.
And
Allegedly.
Rigney's coughing and dying, and
I was
like laughing,
inebriated, and I went to put it down.
Yeah, that's what he says every time. I went to put it down.
I went to put it down,
Who pulls the
and it went
trigger
off.
to put it down?
I was drunk, so it slipped.
I need to put it down.
I wouldn't do that. Even no matter how drunk, I wouldn't do that in your car.
But he did.
Accidentally.
But to kill Rigney, you would do
accidentally. It was an
to kill
accident.
Rigney,
And then immediately Ed's like, I'll pay to get your car detailed. And Andrew's like, you don't fucking say, man. Of course you're going to pay to get
But
my car
then he'd
detailed.
be like, nah, you're good. And then his mom was mad at me, and I'm like, I offered to pay for it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Anyways,
That was a good fucking
assholes.
trip.
Let's play another voicemail.
If you would like to listen to the extended version of that, listen to episode 35.
We tell the story in the past?
Episode 35, you told the whole
I would've
story.
Well, then you just
from Shasta Mountain all the way to where you met.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Nice
yeah,
little
that's
recap.
right. Tucker fucking
Mute that
Were you
dude.
almost
race,
dying?
Tucker racing some fucking like 88 Honda Civic.
The guy's a dick. We have one more voicemail?
Albert from Chicago.
Oh,
we recently just
friend of
moved
the
there,
show.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is
Birdo.
Albert from Chicago. Congratulations on your 138th episode.
Hey.
I look forward to hearing it. And keep it up. You guys are hilarious. Chris, I loved your interview on YouTube on First to Five. That was the best interview they've had to date, which I don't know how much that says, but it was the best. Thanks, man.
Well
Keep it
qualified.
up.
Well, thank you, Albert.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I ran into the guys from First to Five on Friday, and I wanted to do one with them for a while. They do like post game interviews, kind of like a. I don't know if he wants. Yeah, I don't know if he wants to be associated in that way, but sort of in the mold of an Arsenal fan TV. I like to think Galaxy fans are less cringeworthy than the fucking Blood Fams.
You can find them.
they're always out there. But yeah, check out first the number 2 and 5 on YouTube. It's where he does his.
It'd be better if we had people pretend to be the people from Arsenal Fan TV.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
That I was gonna do that? Why would I do that?
Because the still of you in that you're like mad, you're like grabbing the dude and you're sweaty because it's post game.
I was also drunk.
So it was like it looked like you were gonna go all Arsenal.
Well, so like I wanted to just say it, but he was like, "Oh, hold on, let me introduce you." Like, let me just fucking.
Nah,
say
fam.
that.
Nah,
Let me say my
fam.
piece.
Nah, blood. Nah, fam.
Nah, blood.
All right, we got another voicemail. Let's go to that one.
Blood fam.
Chivas Girls 2005, I think it
Leave
was.
your names, assholes.
Especially Guzan's mom. Bring him back.
I don't recognize that voice either.
Sounds like Jay.
I think that's Tommy Mac.
No, that sounds like Jay. Play it again.
Chivas Girls 2005, I think it was. Especially Guzan's mom. Bring him back.
I don't recognize it.
Well, so apparently, didn't Teresa give Lars the Guzan's mom blow up doll?
So she brought it to the last LAFC game from last year.
And if you guys don't know,
yeah, I was like, what's the story?
We've seen the YouTube video.
Yeah.
2005, Lars did a whole like section of blow up dolls that were referencing the Chivas girls. Calling them plastic.
And we put Chivas jerseys on them and wrote like
Guzan's
mom, Razov's girlfriend.
Yeah.
That was actually my first ever Galaxy game.
That was fun.
At that game.
Yeah, I think those were donated by the benefactor back then, who was Drew Carey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
So, yeah.
Back when he was cool.
Yeah.
Before he got all this Price is Right money, he was all fucking brand new and shit.
Back when he was like fat, got all skinny, didn't care about us no more.
Solomon, what's your favorite Lars story? Do you remember your favorite Lars story?
Man, we're always drunk when we're.
It's usually the thing, man.
Drunk, man.
But it's someone who has told you what you did the night before.
I mean, we'll have to save a couple of the more embarrassing ones, but one that I could just remember, just because it was so like on brand Lars, was when like Wiki came in. Speaking about Seattle, like Wiki comes in. I mean, we're all just getting hammered right before the game. We're all hyped.
Everyone's
right
together.
TCB.
We were up.
Lars together.
We were up in Seattle. This is
Hawks
MLS
Nest.
Cup 09. Yeah, and that's like kind of like where we go because it's kind of out of the way, but it's close enough to the stadium that we're not all up in like Seattle's
stumbling distance, if you will.
Stumbling distance, if you will.
Getting lost with no cell phone distance.
So everyone's
just
going.
Calm down.
It's
we've all grown.
It's MLS Cup for a lot of people. It's their first MLS Cup, like actually being there, and so like everyone's just going hard. I mean, drinking, and then in comes Tim like Wiki and says, "Hey guys, hey Riot Squad, we really appreciate everyone coming out here. For the next hour, I'm gonna open up the bar," and everybody just goes buck wild.
He slams down his credit card.
He slams down the credit card, and I think in like. What was it, like 15 minutes? 15 minutes. The tab was like 10 grand. And I remember I just ordered so many drinks that
I've heard north of that actually.
Yeah, well,
I've heard closer to 20.
I'm sure because I remember people just rushing the bar.
People were buying pints of whiskey.
I got a pint of whiskey
and booze,
and then the waitresses were coming around like yo, like put the order in, in. And I was just like,
they were ringing it so quick.
I was like, 5 Jack and Cokes. 3 shots of Jameson.
And like,
I've heard there were some smarter people, more mature Lars individuals who asked, "What's your most expensive shot?"
Yeah, what's the thing I can't afford to buy?
Right. I should have asked if we could order bottles. But.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already messed up. I was already
hindsight's 2020. Yeah, dude, I wasn't drinking.
Yeah. That was like.
I wasn't drinking. I still got 2 beers. I was like, yeah,
that's like armchair quarterback.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, why didn't I order a goddamn bottle? Give me that Louis Trey. I didn't even know what Louis Trey was.
On the
15, he shut it all down.
Yeah. 15 minutes, but yeah, man, that was like. That was just so on brand. I mean, it sucked the result later, but man, that was that moment just before. Well, just like so on brand with Lars.
I remember watching him shut the bar down, and he goes over and he like leans over and it's like, "What's the total?" And then he does the like, you do the throat cut where he's like, "Hey,
cut that off, cut that off."
That's it, B. It's like, bro, you said an hour, man.
Hey. Black card got no limit?
Yeah, no. That's Daddy's credit card. That ain't him. That's Daddy's credit card.
Black card got no limit.
In the YouTube chat, Robert Rio says to bring back the bike jousting.
Oh, we're too old for that shit now, man. We all got insurance premiums and
We got jobs to be at the next day, dude.
I don't know.
That was good times, though,
Well, what's
man.
the
fun.
bike jousting story? You gotta.
Bike jousting back in the day when we couldn't tailgate inside the stadium.
2008 MLS Cup Finals probably the one that, at least for me, stood out the most for bike jousting with the New York people.
When we were hosting the Red Bulls.
We did the Red Bulls.
Yeah. Empire.
No, but before
Empire
that, dude,
State
when
supporters, right?
We did 4th of July. Yeah.
Yeah. We'd go to Victoria Street Park, which is just like a mile away from the stadium. So we'd all go there, congregate there, pregame, and then came up with the idea of just doing the bike jousting. We'd had it was games. We were doing kickball and chugging contest. Our friend of the show and helper of the show, Josh Numbers, struck out at kickball. That's
slow
like
pitch.
impossible.
But
slow pitch.
Yeah. Struck out. And when he struck out, he swung so hard because he was drunk. He landed on his back like a turtle.
Yeah.
Because he was just, ripped. Hammered.
You shouldn't have been asking for them baby bouncies, man.
Hey, you know what? But so bike jousting was literally we got on bikes. We had hockey gear on.
PVC pipe.
PVC pipes taped to pillows.
Yeah, with a pillow at the end.
Stupidly dangerous. It's so dangerous.
And then
it's
football
dumb.
helmets.
Hey, we wore helmets. No, the Riot.
Riot Squad
helmets.
helmets, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If anyone.
But there's videos on YouTube.
I think we have one in the bin. There's there's
someone
one helmet
donated
in
it.
the bin that
I think
someone donated.
Tommy might have.
I have
donated
2
it.
helmets that I wanted to donate for a while
So if
too.
anyone wants to know or anyone wants to see and touch a little piece of Lars history, we have one of the jousting helmets.
I have 2 of them. I gotta give them to you guys so you can have them in there.
And for the people in the live chat, every time you guys are talking about videos that we have, I'm posting them in the live chat. So if you want to take a look at those things.
Sweet. Yeah, all the jousting was and you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm like, who brought bikes to this?
What? I think it was Twig.
Who brings bicycles?
Twig and Bill, medium Bill.
Yeah, medium Bill.
And then it was just a long piece of PVC pipe with a pillow at the end.
Have we ever explained
that was it.
the bill sizes?
Well, no one knows who Bill is.
But it's like you say medium Bill, and it's like, well, why is he medium Bill?
Oh, because Small Bill was his penis.
Small Bill's his penis, and Big Bill was Big Bill.
Yeah.
There's
2 different.
There's
two different bills.
There's 2 different bills, but there's
3 different titles.
3 titles
Yes.
that you're talking about there. Yeah.
Big Bill, who's a human.
And just a big
Medium
guy.
Bill, who's a human, who is smaller than Big Bill, obviously.
Medium
and then,
Bill, a.k.a. Dirty Defender.
And then
Bill. Yeah.
Little Bill, who is Medium Bill's penis.
Yeah.
That comes out more often than you'd think.
It was a lot of streaking back in the day.
It's a lot, yeah.
Because there was a lot of El
I'm coming to the
Segundo.
beach. Who's coming with me?
There was a lot of South Bay streaking.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of
South Bay streaking.
a lot of streaking and
We went in
skinny dipping.
We went in a
Skinny
pool,
dipping and
a pool that hadn't been cleaned out for a week,
Mhm.
so it was all scummy and green. And we're like, we're just gonna jump in there. So that was
Just
fun
go for
times. All right, Ben, you want to play that next voicemail? This one is friend of the show, Hall of Famer, Fredo.
Fredo.
Yo, this is Fredo. So many good times in Lars. Too many. Hey, but the AC Milan Beckham game, that was awesome. Crazy Dave going ham. The handshake. Bex blowing us kisses in the second half. Awesome. Oh, chanting pregnant at 16 to the young Chivas fans.
Probably
That
shouldn't
was
tell
bad,
those stories anymore.
but good. The victories against Club America and Morelia. Oh, those were fun.
Those were fun.
Shaking our keys at Charlie Davies. Yes. And of course,
Swerves
the
to
3
the left.
championships.
He swerves
at
to the
home.
right.
Especially 2011 with Tent City and
Charlie
Landon's goal.
Davies.
Man,
He drinks
loved
and he
it all.
drives.
He drinks and he drives.
Yes,
He drinks
I
and he
wasn't in Lars yet,
drives.
but I finally remember Kobe's
Charlie
retirement
Davies.
game. Yep. Viva
Girls
Lars.
all night.
And I won't get into the away game. Portland. Wow. Late.
So pregnant at 16 was actually a creation of my baby. That was my baby.
That was your love?
That was
Your
my
baby
baby.
love?
Chanting
What
at
was
children. They were children.
The
Again,
no,
fine,
the
that's-
Chivas girls.
No.
We didn't start that at the Chivas girls.
No, I remember pregnant at 16. It was 2000 and
They put the band
and they put
next
a band
to us.
next to us. They
Yeah.
put a band of
Oh yeah, that's
16
right.
year
Marching
olds.
band.
Yeah, that's right.
And Lars is packed. Back then we were just 138. So we're playing Chivas USA at a Chivas USA home game. And so the teams, if you weren't around back then, the teams would do what they could to kind of mess with each other. You know, they put a band next to us who somehow we convinced to start playing our songs.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
Because they were children.
Because they were, yeah. But then one year they put an actual school band next to us for some ungodly, why? If you had never really understood how inept the leadership was at Chivas USA. Of all the things they would put next to a group of like 400 or 500 drunken assholes who clearly have been drinking all day. You don't put children by them. I mean, it's not saying I'm not removing responsibility from us, but that's not the move.
And that was more like back in the day when it was a little bit more wild, wild west.
Yes,
in the States.
MLS was way crazier.
There was a lot of colorful language back then.
I was going to say
I
color
was like,
folk.
I know.
Yeah, if I was a parent to those kids, I do not put them.
And so many different Lars people, we're not going to name any names, turned in unison and chanted. Ed, would you like to serenade us with your personal ditty?
Pregnant at 16. Your mom was pregnant at 16.
Pregnant at 16. Your mom was pregnant at 16. I went a little Frasier.
Yeah, there you
go. Yeah, that was
I think it eventually turned into like pregnant at 16. You're gonna get pregnant at 16.
Yeah, because naturally it has to start to hone in on.
Yeah.
But like Andrew mentioned the Chivas girls. That we're not talking about those blow up dolls. We're talking about the
actual
cheerleaders. The
way to get the dollars out too.
So you got to flush it out.
We weren't much nicer to them either.
What it was
Tijuana?
Probably 2010ish, playing Chivas USA away again. They put us in a questionable section, and they used to have Chiva girls, cheerleaders that would walk the length of the section. And so and they had to walk the length of the stadium. So when they inevitably got to wherever they housed all the Galaxy fans, and it wasn't just us,
men and women.
I understand. Look, it was a different time. I'm not proud of the things we did in the past.
It was a gentler time.
It was a gentler time.
Men and women took out singles, waving them,
and waved them at the girls as they passed by because obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were all younger back then. So life's a little different.
All right, we're gonna go to Gilbert before we get to another voicemail. Gilbert, what was your favorite, or what is one of your favorite Lars 138 moments?
I guess you can call it my favorite Galaxy moment. It's when we went to San Jose about.
Is that what we asked though?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Just go. Just follow through. You got power through.
Because I was mainly with Lars people.
You throw him off, man. You know he's nervous. What are you doing?
Me, you, and Tucker and Leslie, we all rode in the back of the bus going up to San Jose. You guys tapped the keg.
Back of the bus.
Yeah.
That's
that's where you
right
sat.
Here,
you people.
It's like all these niggas sit in the back.
I said I'm not going to give him my seat, but eventually.
And we're dead right there.
Yeah, niggas in the back like crazy.
It's cool. My best friend's black. It's all good.
You're all right. Yeah.
I looked at him and he approved.
My godson's half black. It's fine.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It was just but overall, unlike everyone else, like that, like the other diehard fans, I've only gone up to San Jose once and we beat them.
God.
It was an amazing game.
Yeah,
Gio
so you should go every.
You should go every year.
Was that was
I've seen so much loss up there.
It's that one when Gio scored.
Seen so much heartbreak.
Gio scored that amazing goal on Bingham towards the end of the game.
Yeah. That was the Avaya one, right? The one
the only time we've ever played in Avaya. Well, other than the Open Cup, but
power on, power through.
Yeah, that was my just coming back from that game.
That was the week after Ed's dead, right? That's when I wasn't drinking.
Yeah. That was the week.
It was like the week or 2 weeks or something like that.
I think it was the week after.
Because you're sober as a priest.
I was just like not having it.
I can't believe you've only ever seen a win in San Jose. That's insane to me.
I've only been.
That's
to
crazy.
Avaya,
I've been to so many.
I feel like I've seen more losses.
We should have stopped in 2008.
Yeah,
we should have stopped in 2008.
Well, there's a great story.
I guess
going to 2008.
We're gonna do that one.
Let's go to the voicemail first.
We might even have one for it.
Brian from Naples, Italy.
In Napoli.
My boy.
What's up, Brian?
Chris, Brian calling over here from Naples.
Squadcast all over.
Section 138. So I think the question was favorite Riot Squad moment. Easily back in 2016 when I was here at the game and I had fucking our section chant one of us as I'm walking off the field, coming back to the section. Galaxy had given me tickets, but obviously I didn't take them. Well, I gave them to my cousins, and I stayed with Riot Squad like always. So miss you guys. Hopefully see you guys next year. All right.
So you should explain his backstory.
So Brian's in the military. So
he's in the Navy.
He's in the Navy. He's all over the world right now. Currently living in Italy. I don't think he's going somewhere else now.
Yeah, I don't think he's staying there.
No, I don't think he's staying. But he was. If you've ever been to Galaxy games, they do like the hero of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll bring out one of the military members, and they'll like.
Has it been 3 years already since that dude?
Crazy.
It seems like last year.
Like 2 years ago.
I know.
Last year, yeah. Yeah.
Shout
out Brian. I love Brian.
He came back for one game.
He's back for a hard
Well, yeah. So he left. He left at some point last year, and he's been gone since. He's been back for one game, but yeah.
Brian's a solid.
Yeah,
dude,
I love
like
Brian. Brian's good.
Brian's a good dude,
people,
man.
Good people.
Yeah.
Good dude.
One of us.
Let's go to Ben first. Ben, what's one of your favorite Lars moments? The few you've had with us.
Those 2 games you sat in, Lars.
I try and avoid
Yeah,
it.
I'm
You know,
staring at you right now.
the prawn eater seats are where I prefer to spend my time.
So what's what's one of your favorite Lars moments? Because you've gone to games for
you've
been
forever.
affiliated.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you honestly, my favorite Lars moment has nothing to do with the game. It's God damn it, Gilbert.
You are a one of a kind human specimen.
Everything he does has noises.
I could actively search for the rest of my life, and I will never meet someone like you. And I don't even mean it as an insult. You're just you're a special creature.
Yes.
And I love you. I love you like family, man. You're incredible.
Okay, go on.
Don't take that as a compliment, man. He's not fucking complimenting you, Dad.
It sounds nice, but
yeah,
you know.
it sounds nice. Man. You're incredible.
All right. Let's keep the train moving. Let's go.
I brought my brother to the game. My brother is schizophrenic and doesn't do well in crowds, but we went to the tailgate and everybody in Lars was really welcoming. He was really comfortable, and it was a good moment, because I was a little worried about it and everything because things don't always go great, but the welcoming atmosphere in the tailgate really made him feel comfortable, and turned out to be a great time.
We hear that a lot. Like, so from one of the Facebook posts, let me pull it up real quick. Andrew Laviska, he posted, because I posted on Facebook, hey, share moments of, what was your favorite Lars moment? And he just tagged me in a post from the Facebook memories. So it said, 4 years ago today, I attended my first live LA Galaxy match, a friendly against Manchester City. And by happenstance, it's 4 years, so probably 7 years ago that actually happened. By happenstance, my ticket was in the Riot Squad section. I was scandalized and slightly titillated when the people around me started chanting Manchester Shitty at this big prestigious English club. And that's and that's begun my intense love affair with the Galaxy and with supporter culture. So
2011.
That's what I say. That's probably more like.
We were just trying to.
We're trying to figure it out.
Post oil money.
That was Brian Perk.
No,
Brian
that was
Perk
pre.
in a.
No,
I think they just got it. They just got it because they had Balotelli.
They had
bought him for a lot of money.
Ed and Dzeko.
Yeah.
And that was Percolator.
Yeah, that was
Brian
when,
Percolator,
yeah,
man.
That's right.
That was when they were on their way up.
That's when Lars created the shots chant that day. So don't let any of these fucking Kansas City people think they created that shit. Lars started that shit that day.
If I recall, I was in the box and you were on the drum during the shots chant, and you're like, I've never seen you so on point. If I can compliment you, good sir, I've never seen you so on point with the group around you while you were on the drum, because you put every single thing you had into each one of those, and it fucking thundered. So every time we were up in a game, but Manchester City didn't have that appeal that they have now, where people are going to come out and there was a bunch of City fans. It was still a decent Galaxy crowd. You had a lot of ethnic groups coming out for the specific ethnic players on Manchester City, but for the most part, it was a decent mixture of Galaxy fans. But that whole corner, our whole south side, was rocking every time our people went up for a penalty, and it didn't work out, and that's whatever. But kudos, good sir. It was quite on point.
That was a fun game. Andrew yelling at dudes and. Yeah. What part of Manchester you from?
Yeah. You're from Culver. Oh, you're from Culver
City.
You're from Culver City.
You're from Culver City. Do we have another voicemail, Benny? What do we got?
Oh shit! Did I call the wrong number? Fuck. It's supposed to be the right Squadcast. Hey, guys, what's going on? This is Eliezer House.
Hey,
David, Bobby.
There's Lewis.
Saying congratulations on getting to an episode of the section that you sit in.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys. Woo!
When you put it like that, it doesn't sound that great.
Great. Yeah, I should have got a horn. Womp, 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 womp.
Why is it bad horn?
I wasn't prepared.
Well,
no. Bye, everybody.
When Albert was like, congratulations, I'm like, no, that wasn't.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's not what we wanted. We wanted your favorite moment.
We don't want to thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
I guess it's my turn then, right? About favorite Lars moments.
Favorite moment? You've been around him for a bit.
I mean, not to get too sentimental. I mean, you see, literally what we're sitting here and doing, 14 years later from after sitting with Lars?
Yeah.
meeting my best friends, some people I'll talk to forever.
I performed your wedding.
Yeah,
Met you at a Galaxy game.
meeting my wife, trying to sling tickets to people.
Yeah, he's still talking about me, by the way.
Yeah.
Number one.
Was it me and you who were sitting there? This was like your pick your seat events.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Tucker were working the tent that we had above 138. My wife. 2012.
I'm pretty sure I was
12.
there. I'm pretty sure I was.
I think
there
you were
too.
also there.
Yeah. My wife's sister, like, drags her along. She didn't want to come, but
made the biggest mistake of her life walking by that booth,
dude.
And come here, girl. Let me ruin you.
And we were. I know.
That's how I got Erica. Let me ruin your life.
So we were, basically like, hey, join Lars. Like, here's a video we're playing. Like, it's fun atmosphere. Come and join us. Selling Lars on people, and we're giving like stickers and scarves away or whatever. And she wasn't having any of it. Like, she didn't want to, none of it. She was like, I'm not getting tickets, blah blah blah. And I'm like, put on like the good old Ed charm, like, hey baby girl, like,
let me tell you like this.
Let me tell you like this. You should get tickets in Lars, and I'll get you a free T-shirt.
I'll get you a free T-shirt.
I got the hookup.
I got the hookups, dude.
It's a game plan, man. It works.
It worked, man.
Clearly.
I need to hear from Denise's side how that conversation went down.
Oh, she was having none of it. She was having none of it.
Few things have changed.
Yeah.
Lock it up with a free T-shirt.
Free
Hell
T-shirt.
Yeah.
It's the Lars way, baby.
I got that shit.
That's the Lars way.
I got that. But yeah, I mean, it's got to be. I mean, my favorite moment is obviously meeting my wife. I mean,
that's fair.
That'd be my favorite moment.
Here's the thing.
You almost fucked up and picked another one, didn't you?
No, I really didn't. I really didn't think of it.
I'm doing too. So if you want to take a second, go for it.
Other than that, I mean, it would have to be the Seattle 09.
What in particular? Give us a, because I've got a particular Ed moment.
The 17 and a half hours that we took to drive up there.
Yeah.
Like, it was just.
I didn't take that long, right?
No, we actually cut it down to like 15 and a half.
Andrew legitimately drove.
Like swooping down like the 5 the whole way.
He drove like 3/4 of the mile to Seattle in one go. Like, we're legitimately stopping for food and gas. Like, you don't stop to piss. You piss when you stop for food and gas.
Yeah.
Well, you only get food when you stop for gas.
Yeah.
You only pee when you've gotten your food. Andrew drove. He was like, I'm going to start driving, and he drove until we got out of the state of California. And when we stopped after getting out of California, he's like, I'm going to stop now. Like, no, who's driving next? He's like, I'm good. I did my time. Somebody else come in here.
I've done it straight from here to Texas, though.
Oh, I believe that.
I
entirely believe that.
I mean, it was a
But there were 4 capable drivers in the
car.
car.
Google Maps said it was going to be 17 and a half hours or whatever. I mean, it went by so quick because we were so pumped. We were going to go to, MLS Cup all the way in Seattle. It's like you with your friends, or like, we're going to do this shit.
Listening to some music on my Zune.
Oh yeah.
I can confirm that the trip back took way longer. There was traffic,
like 20-something hours.
But it felt like a day.
Yeah.
Well, I got pulled over too.
It was like.
Was that your guys' first big road trip?
Outside
all the way to Seattle?
Yeah.
Well, 2008 was like
2008
was like the big bus trip. But
I just remember you guys like talking about it. I'm like, these motherfuckers are gonna die.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
they got pretty close.
They're never gonna make the MLS.
There was that one point where we stopped for gas in Oregon.
Oh,
and it was like
place.
It was the scariest.
Lancaster.
It was the scariest. Like,
there's one
gas.
light. There's one single light over 4 pumps. It's just like creepy as fuck. There's woods around.
And we left, and there were like one old lady pulled up, and we're like, she's gonna get murdered.
Yeah, she's done.
But we pulled up, and we didn't notice when we left there was a wanted poster in the side of the store
looked like the store
like
clerk.
The guy who was the clerk inside the store.
So we're leaving. It was like, oh, that lady's getting murdered.
Yeah.
So Rigney and I were going into piss, and we see this dude, and we're like, doesn't that look like that guy? And
like take off his beanie. And
it looks it's like an artist rendering. It's just a drawing, a sketch. It looks so much like to the point where you're like, how do you keep walking past this every day?
To be fair, it looked like, hey, you're typical like 27-year-old white dude. Yeah. From Oregon. Yeah.
And he's like, the porta potties are in the back, and it's like it's fucking pitch black
except for the one light.
That's
over the pump.
Rickety light that's over the pumps.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's in the back, and Rickney just looks at me, and I was like, hey man, I'm a walk and I'm a watch for you. And then when you get,
you stay there.
And then you fucking, stay. I swear to God, Rigney, if I come out and you're gone, man, I'm going to scalp you. And then, as we were leaving, this one lady's pulling up. We're like, oh, she's next.
Wow.
Oh, well.
R.I.P. that lady.
Yeah, I got MLS final to go to.
May you rest in peace.
Yeah, bitch, you better be on your way.
But I mean, it's got to be one of the, we were racing up Mount Shasta because some dude in like a Honda Civic like a
wearing
80,
like a safety vest.
Cut me off.
Yeah, Chris had to race
and
him.
we'd pass him up. He'd pass us up. Like,
I don't even know if he would cut you off.
He cut me off.
Oh, he was cutting him
He
off.
definitely cut me off.
It was just Chris had to race him.
Well, that was Andrew's whole argument was like, I don't think he knows he's in a race with you. And then I would get like, where you get, especially around mountains, you get far enough away where you can't see him anymore. And I'd be like, all right, man, we're cool. And then I would just see this car fucking creep up over the horizon. I'm like, this motherfucker, man. And, in reality, I'm sure he's just driving to wherever he's going. But, winning is winning, man. I grew up on Fast and Furious movies. It doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or by a mile. You never had your car.
You never had your car, man.
Never had your car,
Never had your car.
Y'all ran back to the fort. The buster kept me out of jail.
All right, we need to stop with this Fast and the Furious stuff.
Do we have any more voicemails, Benny?
What about
Where
tweets?
we have tweets?
There are some tweets. I do want to give another quick shout out. Sachi on the Facebook, really good friend of the show, longtime friend of Lars, or Lars member. She says her favorite Lars memory was when we had a TIFO banner slide. So a bunch of people started basically like sliding down a TIFO in the section, like as like a water slide.
Slip and slide.
Like slip and slide,
What
yeah.
game was that?
I remember that.
What was the banner? Tell me that. At least tell me what. The
I think
banner
it was just like
colors.
It was just like
yeah,
the colors.
It was
Yeah.
colors.
Runners.
Oh, okay.
It was just runners from the top of the
Like we
section
were Argentina?
down, like
Yeah.
like blue.
Then we had our umbrellas and everything, and balloons.
Balloons.
Yeah.
Everybody's got like a big ass bag of confetti.
Or when like
Throw it
Cosmo,
in.
when Cosmo like crowd surfed.
Yeah, that was fun.
Those
MLS
were fun,
Cup.
man.
Almost eat it.
Probably.
Like because they came down pretty. Like,
Probably Tommy.
Almost
like,
a
pretty fast. Like pretty fast.
100% Tommy Mac.
Probably Tommy. Yeah. What about you, Tuck?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in a similar boat as you. I have, you default to your husband position, where it's like, I met my wife. I mean, my best Galaxy moment to date, bar none. I got to take Damien into the Capo box when he was 3 weeks old.
That's got to be a great moment, man.
It's the absolute fucking best. I got to like show him at a young age, and I understand, at 3 weeks, like his eyes aren't developed enough to even see the field yet. It might be one big green blob at best. But this place that has meant so much to me over my past, my history, this very specific slice of the earth, I got to stand there with my boy and, show him where Daddy used to work. So that was a lot of fun for me as just a Galaxy fan, keeping it there. The 2011 MLS Cup final is without a doubt the greatest sports moment I've ever been a part of, top to bottom. I saw friends that I've known for, at the time, coming on a decade, but now a decade and a half. I saw them, grown men weeping, some of the strongest, fucking hardest dudes like bawling like babies at a funeral. Just melted, absolutely melted and weak. Ed crying, Don Jaime embracing me in a big hug. At the time we had a 4 Capo rotation team, and all 4 of us, me, Ed, and Andrew, and that other dude. All of us in the
guy who's dead.
The guy, rest in peace, man.
Or dead to us, at least.
Same thing.
Yeah.
All of us I have this one photo, and I don't even know who took it, but I have this one photo of all 4 of us in the Capo box.
Do you have the picture of all 4 of us and my brother and Skinner and Diego hanging onto the front and Jaime hanging onto the front?
Probably.
How the fuck did that box stay?
I don't know, because it was like there was a moment where it was the 4 of us and Skinner, and it was like it lasts for 3 seconds, where it's literally the 4 capos none of us missed a game all season. We all rotated through capoing duties. You would go as hard as you could for as long as you could, and then you come out and take a break, get some water, get whatever, and then hop back in, and water. Air quotes water. It was just fun. Like the stadium was rocking. It was 2011. We were winning all the time. Beckham was on. Donovan was on. We got Robbie and you knew. There was a feeling. It was in the air every time you walked into the stadium. You knew. The electricity of the MLS Cup Final 2011. It's raining. We got the bleachers going up. It's 30,000 people in the stadium. It's fucking packed. It's a tense game. It's 77th minute, something like that. Landon gets his goal. It should have been us the whole time. But if it's 0-0 in the 70-something minute, they can steal one. And God, how can we lose another final without Beckham getting his MLS Cup? How can we get this close and lose it? And then that ball goes in, and that stadium erupts. And when you finally hear the final whistle, I mean, it's the only thing I can imagine. It feels like it was like it had to have been like tantric sex. You just waited and waited and waited and waited because it was supposed to happen immediately. Beckham was supposed to take over, but then finally, ref blows the whistle, and you feel I can feel it now. You feel the stadium exhale, and everyone's like, finally,
because many of us were in Seattle and felt that pain, like. And it
should have been us in Seattle.
Yeah.
2010, it should have been us. We lost Western Conference Final. Like,
fucking Colorado won that year. Jesus.
Yeah, we lose to Dallas.
We
lose to Dallas, giving up 3 goals, I think, in the first half. Because we were looking past to MLS because we were the best team. We have to win. And so for 2011 to finally arrive, everything works out perfectly. And you hear the whistle and just. I loved it. It's beautiful. I struggle to think of a possible Galaxy moment that will top it sometime soon.
And that was the beginning of the dynasty, man.
And and then from there, no, you didn't look back. I mean,
yeah,
you just steamrolled people. Robbie Keane getting coronated before we even knew he should be coronated. We knew he was something special, but we didn't think we had exactly what we had. That is hands down for me the best Galaxy moment I feel I may ever experience, but certainly to date.
So this is going to be a lot of people's favorite moments as well. But we do have an email from friend of the show, Patreon supporter, Mark Parker. Sent us an email at show@riotSquadcast.com if you ever want to send us an email. He goes, favorite moment in 138, Zlatan's first goal. My 9-year-old son was hugging me, screaming, "Oh my God, did you see that?" It was his first goal in 138.
Wow.
I'll include this one because it was a funny story. Favorite moment at Galaxy home game. Preki tried to fight me.
That took a turn.
Wow. I spent several years next to the tunnel where the players walked in and out. I remember he'd always yell at you too, from the Cabo box from where the tunnel
Mark?
was. Yeah.
Good guy. Good guy.
He goes, I spent several years next to the tunnel where the players walk in and out, and I'm fat, strident, vociferous asshole. Did I get that right?
Sure.
Okay. I used to fuck with the opponents relentlessly. When Preki passed during warm-ups, I told him that he and his team wasn't fit to use the tunnel. They should have to use the service entrance around the back of the Galaxy. Around the backs of the Galaxy didn't have to share the same space as scum like him and his squad. He came out for the match. I told him it's a shame that he wasn't good enough to coach a real team. Then he got sent off mid-match. As he was walking back in the tunnel, I said, maybe if you could conceive of a strategy better than taking a dive and hope for the call while Marsh hacks everyone's ankles, you might have had a chance. He turned around with the fire in his eyes and started climbing the wall, looking straight at me as security tried pulling him off the fence and telling me to shut up. And I look at Preki in his eyes and get the last word in that sends him into a fit of rage. Come on, Preki. There's not a chance in hell your club can afford for you to hit me. Do it. Do it.
That's fantastic.
Congrats on 138. Thanks for making me laugh while talking about the club I love. It makes some of the long ass drives shorter. Almost lost my seats over that, but because I wasn't using Lars language, I was able to talk my way out of it. So thank you, Mark Parker, for that
awesome story.
That's amazing.
That's the best story.
And on par for a Preki story. That's
beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah, that sounds very much like Preki.
That sounds very Preki.
That's on theme for him.
Preki. Exactly. Anyone else with any moments?
I'll give one more.
Go one more?
I'll do the one part of the 2008 San Jose trip that may or may not have happened. So this is not this is a theoretical story. So it's not necessarily what happened. So we go to San Jose in 2008. It's their first year back. We brought like 500 total people, but on buses we brought like 300 people.
2008. All the others 800. Yeah.
But that's a big number.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I don't know. So we're leaving the game. They held us back as they do security-wise. Held us back after the game, and we're leaving the game, and all of us are going to the buses at the same time. And let's just say before the game, when we were the first bus to show up, we had beers thrown at us like right away. Tension was high, San Jose just got back, they saw the hooligan movies and they were like, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to be hardcore hooligans.
As the newest expansion team.
As the newest expansion team. That's right. MLS considers them an expansion team.
Officially.
That's my pinned tweet on Twitter, which I don't have.
They shouldn't have those stars then, right?
I don't think so.
Like
I mean, that's my opinion on it, but
their stars should be like their shirt sponsors.
Yeah, well, yeah, non-existent. So we're all coming back. There's like 300 of us going to the buses, and I'm up front. There's maybe a few people in front of me. My friend Rickney's in front of me, and I'm drumming, and we're chanting, and we're in the tunnel. We're loud, we're getting close to the bus, and there's like 6 dudes waiting at the bus for us. And there's like 6 dudes coming at us from our bus. And there's 300 of us, and so they go. This one guy goes to hit Rigney first, and Rigney like dodges. You know, the guy's like whatever, and I drop my drum and my camera bag. I have my camera bag on me, and my cousin's behind me screaming at me. And this guy that goes to hit Rigney is like right in front of me, and there's one time, and then he was down, and then Mumbler, y'all remember Mumbler, Pink Mohawk?
I saw Mumbles.
That
like a
dude
couple months
comes
ago.
running from like 60 yards back as fast as he can, and he just kicks this dude. He like football boots this dude from like 60 yards away, theoretically.
That's what could happen.
And then
the story that could have happened.
And then in the next year, I had some dude from ACB come up to me and was like, "Hey, you're Smo Bob, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Hey, I have access to the Ultras inside secret forums, and there's some guy like looking for like a 6'8" Samoan dude who's like 350, like who's like some sort of monster. He wants him." So at the time, I was like 5'10", 250. You know, I wasn't some sort of crazy monster. I was just
a lot less hair.
Yeah,
It was built up as if you were the Rock
as if
punched
the Rock.
him.
Yeah, exactly. I just beat this guy up as a Rock.
See, I always thought that story was in a bathroom.
Nah,
no,
that happened with someone else.
This Pablo and
okay.
Stupid.
And yeah. So.
Right on.
But I mean, you're leaving out the best part.
What's the best part?
They called you
the top
major.
Oh yeah,
the top
the
guy.
top boy.
The top boy, the major.
Yeah.
He's like, hey.
Again, to underline why they thought they were hooligans. They were watching.
Well, we were headed back to San Jose later that season or the next year. I don't remember. And we were privy to information on their boards where.
That's what I was saying. It's next
planned,
year.
Yeah, they had planned to attack the group.
Yeah.
And everyone, this guy he's directing traffic apparently. Everyone's up for grabs. Everyone. Except for Andrew.
Guy.
You leave the top.
You leave him alone.
You leave the top boy, the top guy, whatever he called you. You leave the major. Leave the major for me. It's like, didn't he knock you out last time he saw you?
Yeah.
You got fucking punted in the head. Why would you want to go back to this? He got punted.
Crazy. He got kicked really hard.
He got punted in the body.
Anyways, so we're not hooligans.
No.
But we'll defend ourselves. Top lad.
Still the top. 10 years later, still the top lad.
Top lad. That's
still,
right.
still the top boy.
I haven't relinquished the spot.
No, never be a relinquished, dude. You'll be 55.
You'll be the top lad forever.
To close it out, I think one of my favorite moments also was when we played Chivas USA, and it was a 5-2 game, and we started the mosh pit up top of 138.
Oh yeah,
that's gotta be one of the most fun moments.
Which I saw.
LA5, Chivas 2. What the fuck are you gonna do? LA5.
I saw you guys mosh pitting and at the top of 138 either this year or late last year. It's nice to see it still.
Oh, that was fun.
Still happens every now and again.
Well, it's kind of a little harder with 338 up there.
Yeah.
Just to mention, that was when the hot dog girl was out there.
Always the major Capo Supremo.
Major hot dog girl. On that note, Benjamin, I think we're good. Anyone
we
else?
we do have. Well, I guess not.
Turn it off. Turn it off right now.
Jesus
See,
Christ.
that's why I don't have a board.
We have yes. This is why we do the board, Benjamin. We do have a quick FIFA update, and we'll be super fast. It's
I don't know if Andrew wants to talk
Doesn't
about
matter.
this.
It's all good. Whatever. Jer's
I don't even think you're mentioned.
Jer's the better player.
You want me to play the song again?
I don't even think you're mentioned.
Jer's the better player. I'll give it to him.
Let's see.
He did well.
So we have,
but he's got to win the championship. Okay. If he doesn't, then it's all for naught. What does it matter? You should have let me win.
I mean, I took a turn really fast at the end. We have a FIFA update. D1 playoffs. So the playoffs are going on. The playoffs are going on smoothly, with the quarterfinals nearly all finished. The semifinals are almost in place. The match that is holding back from the final is my beloved San Lorenzo and Lanaus, who's played by Scott, the vegan gamer. The winner of that match will go on to face Gremio, who is Jer Bear, and then face Maza straight from the stands and his Racing Club, which is already in the finals, as he has already played Independiente, which is Hugo, who finally decided to win a playoff series after multiple seasons and
so proud
after multiple seasons of complete and utter failure. Scott and Tucker will need to play ASAP since Chair Bear and Maz are waiting for their opponents in the semis and finals, respectively. I have finished my school semester, so Scott, we will get our game as soon as possible. D2 playoffs. In the Division 2 playoffs, Jamie Bacon made the fucking playoffs. Atta girl. Sadly, she lost her series to Dee Santi, who moves on to the semis to face Angel with his Yokohama squad. In the other leg, Laren Jr. and Romaldinho face off for a spot on the finals, with Roman offering tickets to Chivas on Friday for his place in the finals. So Jamie won her one ticket, and Romandinho was like, "I will give you my spot in the finals in exchange for your Chivas ticket." Look,
shenanigans.
I don't have a problem with that. You gotta run it by Hugo.
Shenanigans.
What is this, match fixing?
Bro.
What is this, Italy?
Calciopoli all over again. As it stands, Angel, DeSanti, Laren Jr., and Roman all have a great chance to make it into the finals of D2. Also, news for next season of the Squadcast FIFA League will be announced on Friday on Twitter at Squadcast FIFA. So be aware if you want to stay informed for next season. And that's it.
Yeah, sorry, Andrew. Maybe next.
It's all good. It's all good. You know, I had a playoff run.
I'm hearing it with that Bear Squad shit no more though.
Bear Squad got fucked.
What happened to
Bear Squad?
B gang? Mario didn't play. Mario didn't play. Jer's no longer B gang. That dude. Him and Hugo have some sort of weird beef that I don't know about. Hugo's whack. I mean, that's what it comes down to. That's all it is. But I mean,
Sounds
look here, B gang is falling apart here, and Bear Squad's going strong.
You know what I'll give you.
What?
I want it clearly known. I think you are categorically insane.
Squad.
I think you're one of the single craziest human beings I've ever met in my life. But whatever you're into, you are 1,000% dedicated to it. As long as you're into it. The moment you're done, you're out. But you are.
It is what it is.
When you're in,
I'm speaking facts right now.
Insanely in on
I'm speaking
things.
facts. Hey, I'm not the one who put the LOL on Jer losing his first game.
Did I?
No, Hugo did.
It was funny.
Hugo did. And there's like there's a weird beef between them. A beef they don't really like talk about. It's strange.
Well, the bees are dying, so.
Yeah, that's right. Kill them all.
Jesus Christ.
Sandy Hook.
Benjamin, play that. What do you mean the one that didn't happen?
Yeah, allegedly.
Fake
and all these stories.
Fake ass liberal bullshit.
And all these stories, if there's anything.
Scott's taking it all this year.
Oh, shit, I didn't tell the Andrew story. So, in Seattle, just turn it down, Ben. I'll go right over it. Follow us at the Zombie Riot Squadcast. Andrew doesn't have a social media presence. Gilbert. Elmon, you want yours? Are you good? 2009 MLS Cup final. We're at what was the name? We're at Fuel in Seattle. Andrew gets
the supporters bar.
Supporters bar, yeah. Andrew gets hammered, ends up walking out, and is walking in the rain in Seattle looking for an ATM. He finds one, and I track him down.
No, it was inside the bar.
This is wrong.
Was it
was back inside the bar.
But it wasn't in Fuel, was it?
Yes,
no,
it was.
It wasn't at Fuel.
Where was it?
It wasn't at Fuel. It was at the bar that we all met up at.
We went to it's a different place, right?
Fuel,
It was the place
Fuel
that
was the
kept
one
Shooter
we met
at.
up with Seattle.
Anywho, so
it was the bar that Shooter got.
He finds an ATM and he puts in his ATM card, and it doesn't give him money back. He's trying to get cash.
He wouldn't accept the card.
Wouldn't accept his card. So he punches it, as you do. So I walk up as a dear friend trying to help, my good buddy Andrew, and we discover what he actually put inside the ATM was a library card.
No, that happened all after the fact. This library card thing got introduced all after the fact.
Yeah. And mostly
because I would call bullshit on the fact that he has a library card.
On that note, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
That's it.
That was so perfect.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch. Woo!